And all right, look, I've gotten the word. Let's take it on back. It's time for that Ocarina of Time randomizer you've all been waiting for. Phant, Spike, go get him.
For the first time tonight, everyone, definitely, we have got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer. I am assuming you all know what we're talking about, but yes, Ocarina of Time randomizer. We're going to be mixing up a bunch of items, a bunch of songs. We're going to jump in. We're going to do it. Shouts to Saku is the first file name. Phant, what's your file name again?
Old John.
Old John. Saku and Old John, we're going to go out on a journey. We're going to be playing the seed both at the same time, sharing information, working together to make this seed as fast as possible. Hopefully no more than 3 hours, but we'll see what was rolled for us today. With that, let's count down. Phant, I'll try counting it down this time. In
for good
3,
luck, yes.
2, 1, go. All right. Oh, here we are in Majora Purple. Oh, okay. That's.
Oh, and I'm in Royal Blue.
How even slammed in the wall. All right. Okay, I'll tell you what, Phant. I didn't like our play last time. I'm gonna go over to the Kokiri sword.
No, I'm gonna go over there as well. No, we're both going over there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Well,
I think something good is gonna be in here. I just have this instinct that.
Yeah, I'm rolling for the 1 in 5 right here. This is definitely gonna be the hot item of the Kokiri Forest.
Was that a donation incentive for us to skip Mino's house? Oh my gosh, the hook shot is right here.
Mino's house, very overrated.
Yeah, so Spike, what does the hook shot do?
To skip Mino's house? Whoa! Oh my god! My mind is blown. Probably with the bomb bag the second.
Alright, well, we're going to be heading out of Kokiri Forest here, and if you are not familiar with the randomizer, but you are with the base game, you'll notice, hey, there's this one character not blocking us from exiting Kokiri Forest, and that's just one of many things that have been changed with the randomizer to make it a little bit more open, the early plays to be a little bit more varied. And one of those is just opening up Kokiri Forest. Another one, as Spike mentioned earlier, going early adult. And we can do that because in the randomizer, the Door of Time, that normally is locked by 3 spiritual stones, is just open by default. So you can just go right there, the door is open, and it ends up making quite a few different choices that you're able to make early on.
OT randomizer because there are so many viable options for an opening play. A lot of people go early adult like I do. There are people who go like Phant is doing right now, the South Hyrule route, covering a lot of stuff down there, a lot of Sphere Zeros. Deku Tree, if you get a little bit of money, you could go in there. Then there's the 3-child song route. Right here, I'm just farming a bunch of rupees. Now my wallet is full after just 2 jumps up those chains. Kind of jump out at an angle, you can snag 2 red rupees.
Alright, so I read a gossip stone in this grotto here, and it gave me a hint. And all the gossip stones each have a hint, and there's a set number of them with duplicates thrown throughout, so you don't have to go to one spot to get a specific hint. And it's just a set distribution of locations and specific individual checks that are very time consuming, just to give you a little bit of guidance on the seed, allow you to prioritize certain areas. What I read there was what's called a Way of the Hero hint, and it said Ice Cavern is on the Way of the Hero. And what that means when it's something is Way of the Hero, that given location has at least one item that is logically required to beat the seed. And we're going to be talking about logic quite a bit in the randomizer here, and that's just the order of things that you do to make sure the seed is beatable. You're not going to get an impossible seed from the randomizer, hopefully. I think we've ironed out all of those. Mm-hmm. And the logic just makes it so you can get to where you need to go in order to beat the seed.
Treasure chest game is Kokiri Sword. Alright, Kakariko is Way of the Hero. 30 is dead, although has some health in it. And the hammer unlocks an ice trap. Okay. Alright, so again, we will be sharing those. There is a balance of how many hints there are. We know of 5 Way of the Heroes, 3 Baron hints, saying that 12 miscellaneous hints. With just a couple of guaranteed hints, we'll know what's on the Ocarina of Time song. We know what's on 30 Skulls, Dead there, and a few other here and there. So I read that Kakariko is Way of the Hero, which is good because we're going early.
Yeah,
adult.
Kakariko is one of those areas. There's just so many items, there's so many songs that it's hard for it to like not be Way of the Hero, not have something good. It's a very valuable location that in most routes you're going to go to relatively early on.
So I'm actually getting our information on where our 6 spiritual medallions are.
Yeah, in order to beat the seed...
And then as soon as Phant wants those, I can transfer that information over to him.
Yeah, of course. In order to beat the seed, we need to collect the 6 medallions. Normally in the original game of Ocarina of Time, those are from all of the adults' dungeons. However, in the randomizer, every single dungeon, outside of the mini dungeons like Ice Cavern, Bottom of the Well, Gerudo Training Grounds, will have some award. And talking to the pedestal right there will tell you what those required dungeons are. And depending on what those are, that's going to affect, what we're going to need in order to beat the seed. And yeah, Spike, if you can, go ahead and read me off those first 3 medallions.
Yeah, so from left to right, we got Dodongo's Cavern, Spirit, Fire.
Okay, and then the last 2?
Forest, Shadow.
Forest and Shadow.
So that means Deku, Water, and Jabu are our 3 stones. Now, we don't necessarily need those 3 stones to beat the seed. Those do not contribute to making the Rainbow Bridge to get into Ganon's castle. But they will, the 3 of them collectively, give us the Ocarina of Time song. So if you're a Link to the Past randomizer fan, it's almost like your 3 pendants, your way to pull the Master Sword, the pedestal. Although ours for being for 1 song, sometimes that can be a very important song, like say Zelda's Lullaby or maybe Nocturne of Shadow to get into Shadow Temple, something like that. Hopefully we don't need that to beat the seed, but we'll see. Checking the man on the rooftop, piece of heart. Now I do know that Kakariko is a Way of the Hero, so we'll see if we can find something good here, something we will need in order to beat the seed. Let's read another hint stone right here. Collecting Kukos is dead. All right, piece of heart, rip.
All right.
Wow.
Kuko is, of course, referring to the 7 chickens in Child Kakariko Village. Very time-consuming check. Nice to see that gone. And we got a strength upgrade from Child Fishing. So that's a pretty good find there. Also read a hint down here that the Composer Grave torches, so that's in the graveyard in Kakariko, has another hook shot. So
okay. So we will definitely
very
have access
interesting.
to that. We don't necessarily need it with water being a stone. I have found 2 of the ice traps so far. Ooh, is this a real silver scale? It is. Okay, cool. All right, silver scale next to the cow. So with a lot of what we're doing here, we're just trying to cover those spheres 0 checks as much as we can. Obviously, when the randomizer is randomizing where everything goes, it's got higher odds that it's going to place something in a location where you need nothing. It doesn't need a check for anything that the seed's giving you something else. And Minuet of Forest early on, I actually really like that as an early song, because the Sacred Forest Meadow where that warps us to actually has 2 songs in it. One is child, one is adult, and I can just get right over there. Also might allow for an early forest dip.
One thing that's important early on is managing your time of day. So really right now I'm waiting for it to turn nighttime, and I tried to get as much as I could done in Lake Hylia and get over to the bridge in time for it to turn night. And see, it's just now hitting sunset, so jumping up the chains to grab some rupees. And normally I'd head into the market in order to check the child shooting gallery, but because this is co-op, we can share information. Spike's already done that, found out it was the Kokiri sword, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Spike.
Yeah,
so I can just wait for it.
Is the Kokiri sword, yep.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for it to hit night there, and I can immediately turn in Richard the dog. It's a child-only check in Kakariko.
I'm about to do the Dompe race right here. If the best I've ever done is a 47, I'm probably gonna get like a 50 something today. Oh, that's not good RNG right off the bat. It is completely random how Dompe's going to spit out fires at you. So you
He's
just
quite
have
the
to react to
sniper,
what
if I
he
do
does.
say so myself.
Yes. 47 for me is like he never makes me slow down and my movement's good. Want to
just
Z target around these corners to make your rolls a lot cleaner and a lot more optimized. He's being nice now.
Okay, that's really good what I found. So Richard the dog has 10 bomb shoes. Now, bomb
Okay.
shoes are consumable explosive. You cannot get drops of bomb shoes. So you need to be very careful with how you spend these shoes in order to check explosive locked locations. And there are a lot of them in this game. But depending on where the bomb bag is, it could be very fruitful to take care of these chews and not waste them if we can.
Put on that Hylian shield I bought back there. Shields are very good. Don't let anyone convince you that they're not required in one of the best items in the game. Also, another very good item right there in the Deku Nuts. Deku Nuts is that classic item that no one used as a kid. I think I used them in like one spot ever as a child when I played this game. But it's an incredibly good utility item used to stun enemies and possibly even help us defeat the final boss. We'll see. Gonna check what this one item is up here on Death Mountain Trail. And probably the last thing I'm gonna do is just snag... let me actually, while we got the rupees, I'm actually gonna come back here with that huge ruby we got off Adult Anju and get a bunch more Deku Sticks. Deku Sticks are actually the same power as the Master Sword.
Yeah,
But
pretty
they're
good.
one-time
Have the same
usage.
properties too.
Yep.
And I put those Deku Sticks in the same situation as I would the Deku Nuts. It's like, oh yeah, the stick breaks. Completely useless. No, why would anybody use Deku Sticks? We have the Kokiri sword. Well,
Funny
turns
enough,
out sticks are pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, even if we find the Kokiri sword, which we know where it is, looks like that's a Hylian shield up there. Okay, already have one of those. Just want to take a quick peek at that Sphere Zero, and now I'm going to be using Minuet to head over and pick up another adult song right here.
I've never missed that jump before, honest. Anyway, I'm heading into my first song location inside Hyrule Castle, and you're about to see another quality of life change, as I call it, for the randomizer. That's the stealth sequence that normally you have to go through in order to get to the song, and it made this check really time-consuming and kind of unbalanced, I suppose, so they just decided to remove it. And you just zone in here and we'll instantly be at Zelda, and we'll be getting a song here. So important note, songs are shuffled amongst themselves. So you're not going to find a song in a chest, but you're going to find a random song at any location you normally would get a song. So we get a Requiem of Spirit there, so that's a nice warp song to take us over to Spirit Temple.
Gonna get just these first couple of checks here in the Forest Temple. Generally, you want to hit, obviously, item-dense areas where you could find the items that you need in order to beat the seed. But you also want to be hitting up those medallion dungeons, since those are checks you're going to want to be doing anyways. A couple of interesting Baron hints. I just found 2 of our 3 right there in Death Mountain Crater, which is very interesting because there's a song there, so that gives us some good info. And Dodongo's Cavern is actually Baron.
Oh, that's nice. I like to see that one.
Yeah, considering we just found those 10 bomb shoes, that's very nice.
Yep, so we'll be able to show off a nice little skip in Dodongo's Cavern using bomb shoes to just go straight to the end. So I found 2 more Way of the Hero hints. Lake Hylia, that's where we found a strength upgrade, so that could very much be what we're looking for there.
Okay.
And the Temple of Time is also on the Way of the Hero. Now, there's not much in Temple of the Time. It's 1 song, and it is a 1 item. And the song is locked behind whatever the Forest Medallion is. Once you get that, the game says, okay, you beat the Forest Temple, so Sheik and Temple of Time is going to give you a song. since this is randomizer, the dungeon rewards are shuffled, and our forest medallion is in Dodongo's cavern. So we'll be able to do that really quick, get that forest medallion, and see what song awaits us.
So right there you can see automatically how good a utility item the Deku Nuts are. I was able to immediately stun both of them and get the jump on the left one, have everything in a much more consistent place. Whoa! Ah, okay. I am glad this wasn't on higher damage or we be dead. You know what? Just take that, get out of here.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
I forgot this is Ice Trap Mayhem. So one thing that's funny about being in a co-op seed is that generally you're just going to end up with a lot less health. Because obviously you want to hope you're confident enough to where if someone says, oh, this area is just some health, you're not going to mess with it. So yeah, we'll have some seeds. Like the last seed we did, I had only 5 health until like the end of the seed, and then I magically got 6 at the end. But you got stuff like Iron Knuckle enemies that you find in the Spirit Temple in Ganon's Castle, where if you run into them, they do 16 hearts of damage. If you're running on like stuff like quad damage and whatnot, they would still do 4 here. So that'd be not a fun time. I don't know. We'll see. There's almost always a death somewhere in a co-op run. All right.
Yeah,
so
so
it looks like you've got Requiem and ZL so far on the 3-child song route.
Yep, and that's pretty good. Both of them are going to be very useful, especially since Spirit's a medallion. And ZL walks so much stuff by itself. Now, you basically always need it to beat a seed. Important note, there's a couple different logic settings to use for the randomizer. We're playing on what's called beatable only. And beatable only means that you'll be able to beat the seed, but you're not necessarily going to be able to reach every single item location in the seed. So you can get locked out of dungeons. It's like, okay, all the keys are locked behind a key door, so you just can't actually beat this. So I'm continuing on my child route here. I'm gonna head into Deku Tree. We know that it's a stone, so we don't need the stone most likely. Again, we haven't read a hint that the OT is required yet. But Deku Tree has a lot of what we call Sphere Zero locations. I think we've already mentioned that, and usually something's gonna be in there.
Pick up this
And it's also a
$20.
very fast dungeon.
I'll be coming over here to pick up Richard as well. Again, explosives are the most important thing for speeding up a seed, allowing you to get into all those explosive locked checks, which there's a lot of boulders, just a lot of areas and dungeons that need them. So I'll be coming here and picking up 10 free bomb shoes as well. Now, for the purpose of the randomizer, and especially the settings we're using, but most everyone uses this, bomb shoes are not considered in logic since it's not that they are a finite resource, but it is very difficult to get access to more of them. The only reliable way we'll be able to get more is if we actually get another wallet, and then we're able to get to the wasteland, the haunted wasteland on the way to the Spirit Temple.
There's a carpet salesman over there that will sell you a pack of shoes.
$200 for 10 more, so, you know, not exactly cheap. But gonna use the Deku Stick here. You actually don't need to use the Deku Stick for that jump. It just makes it even freer than it needs to be. When it's nighttime, for whatever reason, those guards are extremely blind, so. All right, so let me finish right now. Dodongo's Cavern is barren, and Death Mountain Crater is barren. And again, Phant and I are trying to share one Google Sheet right here to make sure that we're on top of all of the different hints. We also got stuff for the layouts of the dungeons, so we can just simply look over and know, okay, I need to hit up checks 1, 3, and 5 in a given dungeon or something.
Yeah, that's important because we want to know where all the keys are, but being able to know where they all are in advance means you can speed up quite a few dungeons. Water Temple being one of them. It's one of those dungeons, you just need the boss key. It's a stone in this case, we may not have to go in there at all, but you never know. Then there's dungeons like the Forest Temple where you always need all the keys in the dungeons and it's pretty linear, so you can speed up a couple things, but both of us for the large part are going to be like, I got a nice trap, I'm a fool.
Yeah, so we would really like to find certain hints before others. Obviously, the Baron and the Way of the Hero area checks; those are very good. Just tells us
we
like
have
it kind of gives
found.
us our main routing. What was that?
Yeah, we have found all 5 of our Way of the Hero hints now, so we're not going to get any
Shadows,
more
Way of the
information
Hero,
there.
okay.
Yeah, good old friend, the Shadow Temple.
All right, so got my Requiem of Spirit. Very helpful warp song right there. I'm gonna jump up the chains one more time, get to 78 rupees. Did you check the Boulder of Destiny, our good friend?
Yeah, that is the claim check, so you probably want to go in there just in case.
Just in case, yeah, let's grab it. So we do want to be careful with these 10 bomb shoes. Want to make sure we can try to check most of our bombable locations with them. Hopefully we find a bomb bag or something relatively soon.
Or they could all be locked away at the top of Fire Temple or something. That's never happened to us before.
We might have had a seed earlier this week where there are 3 bomb bags in the entire game. All 3 of them were in the Fire Temple the other night, and we never had to go in the Fire Temple. So we beat the seed without a bomb bag. All right. So while we're making our way through, Phant's checking out the Deku Tree. I think this is a good time, obviously, to fit in. Whenever we can get some donations, and again, remind you guys that this is all going towards direct relief and a great cause. Everything going on in the world right now.
Well, absolutely, I can do that. We've got $30 from Yarrow-chan. As someone who was a math major, let me say that I get my words mixed up just as much as Spike does.
Thank you. I appreciate that we had a kind donation first about that.
And
It's coming over to pick up.
oh, got time for another?
No, you can go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we have $20 from Lady Danger. Can't wait to be entertained for the next 3 hours, all in support of a good cause. This extra setup time will give us more of an opportunity to hear about Spike's journey from a math major to a theater major.
All right, real quick, I'm doing something called the B1 skip.
All right, good luck on your Basin
And-
1 skip.
Yeah, so it requires a couple nice jumps in a precise see-up location. I think that's good. So we're just gonna pause, buffer, and input, get us a jump, and hey, we're up here, first try. Nice. You may notice I just pulled out a lit Deku stick from my pocket. And that's very dangerous when you have explosive like bomb shoes in your pocket. I wouldn't recommend to try it at home. But for some reason in this game, and I'm not entirely sure why, I'm sure someone more knowledgeable knows, but if you put out your Deku stick or put it away while it's lit, and the tip of the Deku stick goes through the lit flame on a torch, it'll just stay lit when you pull it out as long as that torch is still loaded in the game. Very useful, and that's probably not going to be the first time we use that. Okay, coming up on Goma here, Deku Tree so far completely empty, so this is best case for Spike, that you don't have to go anywhere except maybe the boss, and maybe not even that. This is a stone after all. Gonna go for a quick kill here by dropping a nut on the ground, stabbing, dropping another nut, stab, stab, and there goes Goma.
Very nice. So we'll see what's on Goma. It's not in logic. Logically, the game wants us to have a slingshot, which I just read the Flare Dancers have a slingshot up at the top of the Fire Temple. Let's see. So we'll get a little better look. Not 100% sure what was up there.
Okay, a big Poe is off of Queen Goma, so that'll be something I check when I go adults.
Big Pose is actually dead.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Spike read a hint, so now I'm stuck with this thing. I may.
Yeah, so you're good.
No, I definitely am going to do that. So, yeah, the big Poe, you can't get rid of it without turning it in. So I am going to attempt to turn it in and just clean that up so I have it for later. Now, if I need to collect Skulltulas, I can do that. If I need a fairy for safety, hopefully not, but you never know.
So I did a save right before this check. If this is something that I need, I'm actually going to save scum that bomb shoe because we want to treat these bomb shoes as precious as we can. So let's see what we got right here.
I am sitting at 4 hearts. There is a full heart in the open grotto down in South Hyrule.
If we happen to be passing by there, might not be a bad place.
Okay, I did not make a fool of myself by forgetting the Ocarina memory gate. That was nothing, thankfully. So that's one of the slower checks in the game. And another thing to point out for a little quality of life change that was made to the randomizer. And, that is normally 8 notes. For this, they sped it up a little bit, making it so you only have to memorize 5 notes. And I'm a big fan of that little update.
Is gonna give
yeah,
you,
I think that'd be a good play.
Song of Time. Should I go into Zora's River, maybe?
I'm going to be able to buy everything but one thing. And lacking Deku Sticks, well, I'll still go blow a chew on the Wolfos Grotto. Let me get some rupees here. So I do have bomb shoes that I can use to check the bombable locations in Lost Woods, but again, because we don't know where other bomb shoes are, we don't know where a bomb bag is, we're going to try and be as conservative as we can. So what I'm going to do is go all the way back here, pick up Song of Time first, which we may or may not need. But then I'm going to save, head out, check some hint stones, and then hopefully can make it through all these bombable checks. They have nothing, I reset, and I get my bomb shoes back. I'm pretty proud of that setup. Not gonna lie. Alright, so these Wolfoses die to pretty much everything in one hit when you attack them from behind. I burned a bomb shoe there. And we're gonna hope this is nothing. It's a heart container. As nice as that is, I'm going to be resetting it if I can. Actually, you know what? No, let's keep it. I'm making a decision right now.
$50. I'll go ahead and refill my wallet for that. I was already considering just playing a song. Each of the songs played for the frogs will net you $50. And then what I'm probably gonna do is, in order to get down to South Hyrule, you said it was child fishing that had a
that is
bracelet?
correct.
Okay. Check off Zora's domain as well. I'll get the 2 checks in there. And then I'll take the warp out to Lake Hylia and pick up my strength upgrade.
Okay.
In addition to some other stuff. You said okay, what'd you find?
I found a bomb bag, which is nice. That's the grotto outside Goron City. But more importantly, and you may or might not like this, Frogs 2 has a magic meter. What's Frogs 2, Spike?
Frogs 2, okay, so the frogs that I'm passing by right below me down on those lawns actually contain 2 items. One for playing Song of Storms, and one for playing all of the child songs, plus a very long song that we'll see if I remember or not once we get there. Maybe I've got a cheat sheet for it somewhere. But you have to play this like 15, 20 note long song, and you'll get a check. Hopefully that is not Magic 1. There are 2 magic meters in the game. Hopefully we'll just find a different one. Actually, yeah. Sorry, chicken, we're throwing you off. I don't need you. so just some money in Zora's River, nothing much here.
And I'm heading over to pick up Prelude of Light just to make it faster for me to go adult, but I'm gonna be checking a couple slow things here, so take it away if you have any donations to go for. Have at it, man.
All right, I sure do. Have $10 from Alex Rote. GDQ is always a welcome event, especially in such trying times. I wanted to give a shout out to my best friend Keith, who's also watching, and here is $10 toward the Link the Fire ending for Dark Souls. Let's keep the cycle going. That's, of course, talking about the incentive for which ending in Dark Souls next run. Right now, Link the Fire ahead, $1,086 versus Dark Lord, $715. And you have any particular attachment to that Dark Lord ending? Well, we got until Dark Souls starts to take care of that one, so y'all know what you gotta do. And if you're standing up, you should probably sit down for this one because we have $10,000 from Anonymous.
Woo! Holy crap.
That's what we like to hear. Let's go.
And Anonymous...
From Anonymous?
Yeah. And Anonymous says simply one thing. Do it.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anonymous. That is incredibly generous.
Anonymous, definitely my favorite donator. All right, so picking up a couple of slow checks here in Zora's Domain. We did just find that bomb bag, so that's good to know, but a lot of bombs will open up for us. Dodongo's Cavern, we know that's barren. Temple of Time is the way.
So I'm doing a couple out-of-the-way checks here just to be safe. One of them is the Fairy Fountain in Hyrule Castle. I unlocked bombs, so I have ZL. Might as well go over here and check it. There's not really a good time ever to check this. You just kind of have to go out there and do it at some point. You have the luxury in co-op to have only one of us do this, hopefully. But then I'm going to be leaving, farming a couple rupees, and also getting Bomb Shoe Bowling out of the way. And that's locked by the bomb bag. There's 2 of them, 2 prizes in there that I'll be looking for. I think you're doing better at finding them than I am. Yeah, it was nothing that I could get to him. I think you read a hint that the hammer was nothing. The Goron City hammer gotcha, so. Alright, so I've collected enough money. Gonna head in here and check what is on Bomb Shoe Bowling. So you can know what rewards you're going to get in advance because the models that you see on screen for an item are accurate to what that item is going to be. So I'll be able to see instantly here if that's needed. No, that's just a bomb refill, so I'm displeased. So we're going to dump all these bomb shoes. Play again, and we'll see what the next prize is. Oh, I had another bomb shoe. Oh, I had 3 more bomb shoes. Math mistakes all around. And a purple rupee, so it's nothing I needed, so I'm just peacing out of there. And we'll finally head adult. After I talk to the old lady, very important. All right, okay. So I'm going adult now, and we'll be checking a couple things that Spike pointed out for me that are useful. So, Spike, what am I looking at in Kakariko? What should I be looking for in there? Okay, yeah, so he says I'm going to go get Minuet, and I'll also go into the cow shed, as we call it. It's just Impa's cow, I think is the name that most people refer to it as, and that's going to give you a silver scale. But outside of that, not much in Kakariko. Of course, I'm going to check a couple things Spike wasn't able to do. He was down there. One of those being the Redead Grotto. It's a bombable grotto right in the center, and I'll be the first one to check it. And I just noticed it is nighttime, but I don't need to worry about time of day right now. I was nervous a little bit, but the only thing locked by daytime is buying a shield, which I would love to do, but more important to go fast, right? The other one is Anju's chickens, and she goes to sleep at night, but it's nothing. We don't need to go get that item. So we are good where we are right now. Okay. Alright, Spike relayed info to me that Slingshot is one of the bomb grottos in South Hyrule, so that's logical access to beat the Deku Tree, which was a big Poe, and I forgot to turn it in now that I think about it. But also that, what was the other hit that you read there? It was Dead Hand and Well was nothing. Yeah, so Dead Hand, Dead Hand. Yeah, Dead Hand is nothing. Yeah, there's my silver scale. And heading into the windmill, and because I have ZL, I'm also going to get the Composer Graves song. We know that could be useful, could be Nocturne, not entirely sure yet. There is an item in there, and that's the hook shot, but I need a fire source in order to get that. And as adult, I currently don't have any. As child, you can do what's called the flame storage. I did that earlier on in Deku Tree in order to access the basement. And we could do that again as child in there to light the torch room without having magic. But right now I'm just going to be retracing a little bit of Spike steps, so take it away.
All right, certainly.
Donations.
We've got $30 from Shady J. As a math PhD student, I use times as a verb all the time, and generally get tongue-tied about all sorts of things. You're just fine, Spike. You couldn't hear it, but he laughed, don't worry. And we have $100 from Winnie Demon, who just says, meat.
I haven't checked any of Goron City yet. Heading there shortly. I'll get this skull here soon. Okay. Why not? Normally you could just do a jump slash there to get that skull. I was being bad. No big deal. But I'm going to head into Dodongo's Cavern, and this is mainly to get the Force Medallion. We know nothing of values in here. Going to save a bomb, just grab a bomb flower here. But yeah, I have 4 chews, so I'm going to use 2 of them in order to open up the eyes there. So it's pretty easy to do. One thing very nice about Ocarina of Time is there's a million different ways to set up pretty much any trick, and all the movement is very consistent. They do the same exact thing every time. So I'm going to get over here, backflip twice, then I'm going to drop a bomb shoe, count to 4, 3, 4, drop another bomb shoe, And that should light eye number 1, and if I did it right, eye number 2. There we go. So we just bypassed all of Dodongo's cavern right there. And it's very important not to climb up this ladder. I'm not entirely sure why, but if you climb the ladder while another cutscene plays, your game soft locks. You don't want that to happen. And now we just go to the end. This is one dungeon that you're basically never going to see done as Child Link, because it's just so much faster to do it as adult. You can jump right up this ledge here that you normally have to go all the way around for. Look at that. You get burned by the bats and just push the block and out we go. Okay, Spike just found silver gauntlets in the spinning pot in Goron City. So that's very useful. That actually gives us access to Spirit Temple. We have a hookshot, no bow, but there is quite a bit in there we can check. And I know this is barren, but I'm going to open up this chest anyway. Why not? Maybe it's a heart container. It's a Deku shield. Okay. Down into King Dodongo we go. It's going to be 2 bombs, 2 Master Sword jump slashes, and he will go down. If you have any more donations, go for it.
Oh, we certainly have some of those. We've got $25 from Clarinet87. Thank you for providing entertainment as I sew masks for my fellow essential workers. We'll get through this if we stick together.
Alright, we got Bruto's letter in the right side of Goron Maze. That's really good. And yeah, just keep going, man. Just keep going on those donations.
All right, I can do that. $20 from Otaku Tom. Gotta donate during this run. I love watching the different Zelda randomizers. I work in IT for a healthcare organization, so while I'm not in front of patients, I'm seeing and hearing every day the effects of this virus. Thank you for supporting those on the front line of this pandemic.
No, thank you so much.
Have $50 from Jacob Colding. Can I offer you a donation in this trying time? All right, we have $100 from Anonymous. Stay home, save lives, watch great speed runs. I think we can all get behind that one.
Oh, indeed.
We have $50 from Med and Math. You thought this was a donation, but it was an ice trap, you fool! Wait, actually, it is a donation.
Yeah, speaking of that, I found 50 rupees off of King Dodongo. I was like, oh, this is great. I can fill my wallet up. Nah, it was an ice trap. Thanks, guys. The torches and Composer Grave. That's the hook shot. Hook shot is in the Composer Grave. You know what? Nah, not gonna worry about it. So I'm gonna head into Goron City here, pick up a couple things that Spike mentioned, and while I'm going on this, Spike, tell me everything that I need to be concerned about in here. I think it was just I messed up. Darn. Okay. We'll just blow one of our bomb shoes, killing the kid. We need to blow up or interrupt this little guy rolling around in order to unlock Death Mountain Crater. Nothing is in there that we need to do, but it does have Serenade of Water, which is going to be faster access down to Lake Hylia. I'm going to talk to you. Yeah. Tell me about your issues with Lavagia. If we get the ice arrow out of it, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm gonna head upstairs, grab Ruto's letter, which Spike relayed the info to me. Head into Death Mountain Crater, pick up Serenade of Water, and after that, I'm not sure. Spike, have you found out what song is in Temple of Time? Okay, we don't know that information yet, but I'm going to head back in there. and check that, because we do have Temple of Time as Way of the Hero, so we want to make sure. Alright, the torch glitch, yeah, that's very nice. Torch glitch, yeah, you're going to see Spike do that momentarily, at least attempt to do it in the Composer Grave. That's what I was mentioning earlier. And he's doing that mainly to get the long shot, which gives us a couple things that are really nice. That gives us access to the Gerudo Training Grounds, which is a very dense location. Of course, we can reverse Wasteland, we may get to that point later on, but not currently. It also makes a couple things easier overall with your positioning on hookshot. Alright, so I'm going to take Serenade here after I go up the mountain and turn in the claim check, as well as get the Fairy Fountain at the top of the mountain. That's stuff Spike wasn't able to do when he was up here. And because I'm low on health and low on a timer, I'm going to just reset, refresh, get a nice 37 seconds there. The way the timer works in Ocarina of Time is every quarter heart that you have represents 2 seconds, so 8 seconds for a full heart. So I'm going to do math. I have 6 hearts times 8. That is a grand total of 48 seconds that we have, but I was out a heart and a half. That is minus 12 seconds. So that's 36 seconds I have. Alright, so you may have noticed you haven't been able to hear Spike for a little bit. We're having a couple network issues, but Spike, I think now your mic should be unmuted. You want to say anything?
Testing. Did it work? Did it work? Are we back? Hello. Yeah, I've been free. So yeah, we just did the flame storage back there to, same as Phant did in the Deku Tree, I was able to bring a flame all the way across from where we learned actually Bolero of Fire in there, all the way to the front so we could actually get that out of logic long shot. Logically, we're supposed to have magic for that, but we'll take the long shot for now. Alright. I'm gonna come over here and just check Child Spirit real quick. We will want to do Adult Spirit. That's one of our required medallions. But these 2 checks I'll be doing on the child side are completely locked by it. Plus a couple others up top, so I might do a handful of checks here. Just kind of clear Child Spirit.
So what song did you get in Composer Grave over there, Spike?
Bolero of Fire.
Bolero of Fire, that's right. You
So
did just say
our songs that are unaccounted for, because once we play Bolero, we'll have Serenade, we know that. Epona's Sun Song and Nocturne of Shadow, and Song of Time, or Song of Storms, I should say.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
will
all
say,
in question.
I did find some new information.
Okay, what's
And
that?
that is that the Ocarina of Time, the song is Epona's song.
Okay. Kind of lining up here in the corner so I can just hit the corner of that crystal. Oh, I got bodied. That dude sometimes just wants to push you. I could have used some Deku nuts there, but that's okay. Alright, so we could find, okay, so Child Spirit is required because the first chest is a boss key. These first 2 without glitches, because we are playing the standard or accessible rule set, whatever you want to call it. It's a mostly glitchless rule set, allowing anybody who wants to get into Zooter, but also just it gives more power to the items. So I was supposed to be able to bypass that. But yeah, we will need that boss key because Adult cannot get over to that side. We use 1 Deku Nut to make sure that bat cannot get up to us. And we got an ice trap, so I can't do anything as Child. Okay, let's go Adult. Let's go Adult. Let's see, let's get the same song that Phant is about to get.
I'll leave it as a surprise for you. It's pretty nice.
I'm gonna do Bombchu Bowling. Have you done Bombchu Bowling?
I have. Bombchu Bowling is nothing, both of the items, unless you really, really, really want to spend 60 rupees to get 50 rupees. But
Okay.
can't imagine you'd want to do that.
I think I'm good.
But right now, I am checking Lake Hylia. I picked up Serenade just for this. So, Spike, correct me if I'm wrong. You have not checked any of the stuff over in Lake Hylia.
I have not.
As adults. As adults.
Yeah, as adult. I got the strength upgrade, which very well is our way to hero. Big thing we're looking for is still a bow. So let me go get that.
Yeah, so I'm going here to talk to the Scarecrow. This is going to give me a Scarecrow song. I messed it up. Can't remember my own song. We'll get it eventually here.
And did you check the fairy fountains and stuff up here? Is there anything to get in the crater?
Well, crater is barren, so nothing in the crater to worry about.
Oh, that's right, yep.
But I did check the Death Mountain Trail ones as well, and those are nothing, so you don't have to worry about either claim check or the fairy fountain up there. Don't worry about it. Don't waste your time.
So let's actually go... I'm going to go check some adult spirit right now then.
Yeah, I think that's a good play.
Unfortunately, we might have to have a little back and forth with spirit because there are checks that Child can get to because he has access to Deku sticks. But other things that we don't have access to as adult because we don't have flame storage. Like, I would need to, we need to get keys for Child to get over there. It's weird.
Catching
Making sure exactly what this was. Okay, that was a blue bee.
Okay, very good. Checking
So
adult fishing here. This is a Scarecrow song location, and I'm a fool. Shouldn't have done it, and because I wasn't paying attention as much as I should have. Spike, where were the Silver Gauntlets?
Silver Gauntlets were on Spinning Pot.
That's right, yeah. So I'm just going to write a note down here for myself.
Yeah. So
just
because
so
I have
about
the
it.
silvers and Phant doesn't, I think that's why it's smart for me to go over and check the and check the spirit stuff now. Prioritize that. Could also go over to Forest Temple. It's another required dungeon. We do have a strength upgrade and Song of Time now, so
yeah, I think
check a
I'm
little
probably
more
going to
than
head
that.
over there next. But
Okay,
the
so-
Shadow Temple we had as a way of hero location, so I'm hoping... Oh, I almost forgot to take care of Toucan Sam here. This little Gwei, we call him Toucan Sam, somewhat affectionately. Got to fly around.
Very big, somewhat.
And yeah, if you don't take him out, Toucan Sam will knock you off this ladder. You will not have a good time. And up here, hey, is Den's Fire on top of the laps. That's really good.
Okay, I can get to that pretty quickly.
Yep. And that gives us one more step closer to accessing Shadow Temple, a way of the hero location. So as soon as I get magic, I can head over there, check the first two items, and see what awaits us. But yeah, since we're kind of looking for magic, looking for a megaton hammer, looking for a bow, we're just going to split up as best we can here. And I'm heading into Forest Temple.
So you want to always be thinking ahead. You don't want to just feel like, okay, I'm just kind of going with muscle memory. You always want to be thinking about what your next play is. One thing that is interesting to think about is the fact that Ocarina of Time, we're going to need to beat the Deku Tree, Jabu Jabu's Belly, and Water Temple in order to gain access to Epona's Song. And we need Epona's Song to get access to Frogs 2, which is where a magic meter is. Now, that could be possible. I hope it's not. But I hope that could be our first magic meter.
Indeed it can.
Oh my god,
But-
5 health. Also to note, I have double defense from, what's it called? From Target in the Woods. If you are ever going by there and you're like, man, that would be dope.
I mean, that does sound like it'd be pretty dope, but
Yeah.
we'll see if I'm back there.
So we're coming up on close to the 1 hour mark. Let's review, like, what all do we need for Goma? We need Mirror Shield, we need Megaton Hammer,
Need a
we need a
bow.
bow, we
Magic.
need magic, and we need
Light
light arrows
arrows.
and hovers. So still 6
Quite a bit,
items
actually.
out there.
So I'm just going to go as far as I can in Forest Temple. This is I'm able to do a lot more than usual since I have Song of Time. Normally use the bow to access the courtyard area, which we'll be heading to shortly. And unfortunately, wait, no, I have a shield. I bought a shield I didn't buy a shield.
I just realized the long shot requires magic. That cannot be magic 1 on Frogs 2.
Okay, Spike with the big brain.
That cannot
Understanding
be
the
magic
logic.
1 on Frogs 2. Okay.
Good job, Spike. You redeemed yourself for doing math incorrectly earlier.
From doing stuff that is not at all math. Alright, so that was a small key. That was a small key. Winner! Yo, Phant, we're a winner.
Are we a winner? I hope so.
I feel pretty good about us. I think we did great. Okay, we got this long shot. I don't have hovers or anything, so I'll have to do this a little bit awkwardly.
I didn't find out. Go ahead. One thing I didn't find out until relatively recently, actually, is in Forest Temple, you go through and take care of the Stalfos on the first floor. And in co-op, that could often be nothing, as in this case. But in order to beat the dungeon, you still have to take out those Stalfos, because otherwise the Stalfos on the room above it don't spawn.
Up here real quick. So that was intentional.
Found that out the hard way once.
I took to make sure that last mimic or whatever it is would run over that fireplace, because we don't have access to. We have Din's fire, at least Phant does. But we don't have magic. I'm working on it. All right, so I've got 3 small key locations for you. There's actually a chance. Oh no, this is scary. Okay. All right, no fear. This guy does a lot of damage. Not sure if we've ever really gone into it. It's a tale as old as time in Ocarina of Time speedrunning. What I did there were called power crouch stabs. For whatever reason, Ocarina of Time, the devs never gave a damage value to the little crouch stab. And so it just repeats whatever your last attack was. Okay, so this is interesting. This could be a small key right here. Fire arrows, okay. All right, let's go get the Din's fire. So I think, if I'm thinking of that correctly, I think the other 2 small keys are the fire-locked ones. So I think we're good. So I don't have to adult fish. I just have to get on top of the lab. All right. So, you know what? We're pulling back the curtain. We're all working through hard times with internet. So apparently I had internet issues earlier. Now Phant's got internet issues. So I will be carrying the commentary for segment 2 of this Ocarina of Time randomizer co-op speedrun. You thought we were co-oping the run. As it turns out, we're co-oping just our internets and the commentary. So, Phant, tell me everything your heart desires, everything you find, everything you think about.
In order to get over
Where's
there.
Toucan Sam, dude? I think Toucan Sam got patched out. Oh, there he is. I got him. Little harder to deal with him without a bow. All right, so do I go to GTG? Trying to think of what our options
go
are.
to GTG.
Now. Sure. GTG sounds great. What was on Prelude?
Prelude has Nocturne of Shadow.
Nocturne of Shadow. All right, can't get in there. So there's no rush. Dodongo's Cavern does get us the Forest Medallion, but doesn't get us anything off of that. So I am just gonna back mock my little booty over to GTG, see what we can do. I have silver gauntlets and a bomb bag and Song of Time. So there's actually a decent amount of stuff we can get. Generally, you hate to come out here without a bow because there's a lot of bow-locked stuff. But we'll see. Also, I need to mark out where the keys are. Bam, that's the big key. Child 3.
Alright, so I'm heading Child, and just to unlock Ice Cavern in order to go over there and investigate that way of the hero. Good.
Yeah, we want more people in the Ocarina of Time randomizer community, especially those with great internet. You too could get an opportunity to run at a GDQ and show your 2-up internet speeds.
So I could skip everything in Zora's Domain, right?
Yeah, nothing sexy in there. King Zora is the only thing that's left currently, which we can check as an adult once we drop
Yeah, I'm
off
just
that
gonna go
Ludo's letter.
take down Ice Cavern, get it out of the way.
Oh, man.
Apparently I'm back. Hello, everybody. Hello,
Oh,
Spike.
man. It's like musical chairs in here. We don't even know who the commentators are going to be. We just start bringing them out of the stands. All right, who in chat? Who here can do commentary for Ocarina of Time? I feel like I'm naturally doing Sent's go-to voice. Shouts to Sent
It's a
doing
pretty good
commentary for
voice.
us. Yeah, Sent nails that New York accent. It's his go-to.
Yeah, again, shout out to Sent, who is doing all of our tracking for us. So I can't see it, but I'm sure it's lovely. There's a nice little bit of tracking on the stream that's being updated with the items that we do and do not have.
Yeah, showing how good we are, how
Sent-
rapidly we're snagging all of them. Let's go up here.
Yeah,
We've got
Sent
the
is doing that.
we got the Gerudo Fortress Guard. I'm gonna jump slash into this cutscene. Talk to my dude, and I'm gonna get in the corner. And I'm going to hook shot up at the top of the flame, which gets her stuck in the torch, and then I'm just gonna spam power crouch stabs actually into the wall. It actually defeats her faster.
So I just went up.
Nah, go for
I
it.
just went up to move King Zora out of the way, and this is to pursue the Ice Cavern Way of the Hero hint. So there are 4 item locations in Ice Cavern that we can get, and a song is in there as well. We know it's not a useless song because Prelude and Serenade, those are the ones that don't unlock any item location. They're just purely for convenience. So it could be Sun Song, it could be Song of Storms. In fact, most likely Song of Storms. I think we read a hint for Sun Song. So the fastest way there for me is to teleport over to Forest Temple, backtrack out of here, try not to get hit by the moblins.
One of 3 ways you can get over to this chest. You can either just have the long shot, as I do, have the hover boots, or have Scarecrow Song. Which again, the way it works in that you do have to set it as a child, and then as an adult pick it up. I find those checks that are locked behind Scarecrow Song to be pretty annoying to get to if you don't have Serenade of Water. Serenade of Water, when I first started running this, I was like, oh, it doesn't actually lock any progression or checks. I felt like it was the worst song to get. The more I played the game, I was like, oh no. All of the songs are very, very good in Ocarina of Time Randomizer. It's about a lot of times you try to build your opening routes around what where the songs are. Get them. Okay, we got them.
Good job, Spike, you did it.
The Dinalphos, they like to jump away from the tiny little Master Sword.
Alright, so there's a Goron tunic here. I'm at a pretty good amount of health, but I want to show off a little jump you can do to get over here without anything. So you just backflip, side hop, do this, roll off, because Ocarina of Time is really funny. Do that, hold back, and if I did it right, kind of just grab on the ledge there, and hey, free Goron tunic.
I almost want to peek over and see what you did again. Just remind, yeah, it's get in the corner, it's backflip. Yeah, do a little roll. That rolls you off the thing. Yeah, roll forward and then hold back, and then the dream's good. All right, yeah, I think I'll remember how to do that. Because I kind of want that Goron tunic too.
So there's the ultimate co-op strats right there, doing something that Spike can look at on video. He's like, okay, yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah. With having well over 200 checks in this game, pretty much every single one has a number of ways to get them. And that's one way you can get that particular location without really doing anything.
All right, so that was... Okay. So that's 2 small keys. Gerudo Training Ground. Or as a lot of people ask, is this DLC? Because when you played this game, 98% of us didn't come in here. It's truly the Deku Nuts of item locations. But yeah, this place is a lot of times loaded. As you can see, Crouch Stab's really good for just destroying Stalfos, if they're kind to you, and drop their defenses. Okay, small key from Stalfos.
Red Rupee.
I'm calling my shots, Chad. The bow's in here. There's no
Bow's in
way
GTG.
it's not.
I think the bow is an ice cavern. I'll find out
Bow's an ice cavern? That's terrible.
Yeah.
Who vetted this scene? Funny thing is, I know who vetted this scene. They'll be getting to stern talking later.
So I did one thing that I said I was going to do about 5 or 6 times. That was turn in the Big Poe in order to get access to another bottle. Now, one of those reasons is so I can come into Ice Cavern and have 2 bottles to bottle Blue Flames with. Well, because I wasn't paying attention, I forgot to turn it in. I'm going to be doing Ice Cavern with a single bottle. So, this will be fun. The good thing is...
Yeah, the Wolfos take half damage. Take half damage from the front, so you need to wait till they turn around. Or just have the big Goron sword, and then you don't care. Alright, so Wolfos was a small key. Right side item 1 and 2 were small keys. Alright. This is the #1 reason why it was still a pretty solid idea to come over to GTG. We have silver gauntlets. So this is actually 4 items back here. 22 total locations in GTG. And again, there's about 250 total in the pool. So nearly 10% of our locations are out here. All right, silver block. #4. Bow is in GTG.
Oh, you called it.
I knew it. I knew it. Give me that bow.
Yeah, so I'm in Ice Cavern, and you didn't donate for this, but I'm just such a nice guy. I'm going to give you a lot of ice traps for free, because, normally I dodge these ice keys 100% of the time. Never get frozen by them. Anytime I do get hit, that's just for all of you wonderful viewers out there.
Which is actually pretty convenient where that popped up. Actually, give myself a few more bombs to work with. Because 2 checks in here are bow locked, so.
So Spike, now we found a bow. What do you think we're going to find here in Ice Cavern?
That opens up stuff a little bit.
Yeah, you can go finish Forest Temple, which I think would be a good
I've only done the first 2 there. Wow.
It's like getting hit by these spike traps. This is also for the fans out there.
So we still need Mirror Shield, Hammer, Hover Boots, Magic, and Light Arrows to beat the Sea. The back-to-back! I'm glad we got that bow so I could get frozen twice here in GTG.
Were both of those bow locked?
Yep!
Wonderful. Yeah, you're doing a good job finding the ice traps. I'm just making up for it by getting frozen by bats in Ice Cavern.
I have covered a lot of the burden of the ice traps. You get 2 checks in here. One, this is technically hammer locked because you have to knock away one of these statues in order to bring down the fire pillar that this one chest is hidden by. However, we're just gonna roll into it and then with iframes grab whatever's in it. If you time it really well, you don't even have to. You can get on the first try. But if you're like me, it's gonna take 8 tries. What's happening? I'm gonna get it. Okay, we're gonna reset up. We're gonna breathe. We're gonna roll. All right, we're gonna take the damage, and then we're gonna roll in. They patched it. They actually patched it. I can't get in there, dude. What's happening? I can't get in there.
Are you talking about the flames?
And it was it froze me.
You distracted me so much. That's gonna be my excuse for this ice keys I got hit by. So I just wanted to be frozen with you.
Oh my god. Oh, it was an ice trap. Oh, so much ice trap. I mean, it was that logic to get to it. Oh, okay. Well, there's also these two bones.
Go ahead. We haven't had donations in a while, though, so if you want to go knock out a couple of those for us, that'd be great.
Yes, while I'm getting frozen, go for it.
Yeah, and I'm getting frozen by stuff that wasn't the chat's fault.
I can absolutely do that. We've got $50 from Ifabea. Ocarina of Time on the N64 is one of my earliest video game memories. I'm so excited to see Spike and Phant crush this game on randomizer. And also, here's to getting PPE into the hands of those who need it most. Go GDQ. And $100 from Anonymous. I love me some Legend of Zelda. Wait, it's a randomizer? Well, in that case, love Legend me Zelda of I some. Thanks to all the frontline workers out there keeping us safe, and thanks to the runners and organizers working to raise money for the cause. Oh my god, everything just scrolled. And $50 from Snow123. No mistakes in any Zelda randomizers. Definitely none in Majora's Mask. Ever. Right, Spike?
Sure. Shouts to MM Rando. Shouts to the Majora's Mask randomizer community, who also in the last year have built their own randomizer. A lot of fun stuff going on there. It's really hard to be good at MM Rando. You have to know so much time of day stuff, but I know Phant and I want to join the ranks, try to get good at that as well.
What, you mean we're not perfect already at Majora's Mask Rando? I mean, we're perfect at Ocarina of Time Rando.
So. I mean, those like six-hour times we're getting right now? Yeah, we're pretty solid. Okay, so GTG has a bow. That's all you need. All right.
Now, assuming you've updated your dungeon routes and we get to go follow that when I'm over there eventually.
Yeah, all you gotta do is go into the Silver Block room, and Silver Block 3 has the bow. Everything else you can skip right now.
Anyway, I'm at the end of Ice Cavern here. For some reason, the final boss of this dungeon is just a regular Wolfos and goes down like any other one if I did it correctly. But, yeah, we're going to get a song here and an item. I'm thinking Song of Storms is here, and that's going to give us access to a lot of stuff, which I will go delve into right after this. Let's see. What do we got?
So you didn't have a bow at the time, so Block Push Room is still out there.
Song of Storms is the only thing in Ice Cavern. So what that means is Song of Storms is locking at least one item.
Yeah, probably something down in the bottom of the well. There are 11 total items in the bottom of the well, one of which we've already actually figured out from a hint. Is unimportant. It's whatever's on Dead Hand.
Yeah, but unfortunately there are 2 locations in Dead Hand's room, so we still got to go there anyway to check it. Yeah, I'm going to be heading into bottom of the well after I check the remaining stuff up in the fountain and in Zora's Domain. Just knock that out so Spike doesn't have to worry about it when he comes up here. I'm going to go for a swim. And to note, Spike, the only thing we are leaving behind in this entire place is what's under the ice.
Okay. So I was about to go over. So again, looking over at the route that Phant built out for me, I know that I could get that courtyard chest for 1 check, for 1 key. I'm gonna go down here in the well for my second small key. And now I can start hitting up the bow lock stuff. Try to back up just a little bit so I can try to be as close to the top as possible. Cutting out all that slow climbing.
Yeah, when I return, Spike's can give me all the information that I need in order to finish Forest Temple as fast as possible.
Yeah, looking at our medallions, Spirit, we really shouldn't be doing anything else in until we get the Mirror Shield. Because, yeah, guaranteed. Well, no, not necessarily. One of those 2 firelock checks could be a non-small key. So that could be an item. Dodongo's Cavern, Phant's already taken care of. I'll go hit that up soon.
Yeah, that's going to give Spike
what's your
Nocturne.
Next play, are you thinking?
My next play is going to be continuing on this Ice Cavern route and checking the Song of Storms locations.
Okay,
So we're going to start with bottom of the well, and then from there, going to head up to Goron City, because I need to pick up my Silver Gauntlets anyway. So I could check the Storms Grotto up there. Then from there, we're going to save and quit, go check out what is in Kokiri Forest. And then lastly, what's in Zora's River. Just knock them all out. In the meantime, we just unthawed King Zora. He's got a bomb back for us. Not what we're looking for. But I was actually completely out of bombs, 0. So that's a nice 30 bomb pickup for me. And back child we go.
Yeah, especially with all the ice traps we have on today, that's going to replace a lot of just the, oh, you would get a recovery heart, you'd get some arrows, you would get some bombs, you would get some rupees. So generally we're actually a little lower on resources, so our resource management needs to be a little bit better. So I could have done the recoil to get to the Floor Master, but I want to check the big key chest anyways, and it would not have saved the positions of these blocks being in place. Only if you get them fully into position, which the routing doesn't really do.
And the one thing I don't think we've mentioned so far since the start is, you may have noticed next to our C buttons on the top right, there's a D-pad icon there. And that's not in the normal game. Well, the D-pad was completely unutilized in Ocarina of Time. But for Randomizer, they decided, hey, you know what? We can make use of this D-pad and make it a little bit more friendly to play. So by default, just down on your D-pad is going to whip out the Ocarina every single time. And then we don't have any pairs of boots yet, but iron boots are going to be there, and hover boots are going to be there, so you can quick swap the boots whenever is convenient.
Actually, let's get this long shot first. Or rather, the skull with the long shot.
Yeah, so I'm going to come in here and get my long shot just so I have it. And it's going to be easy access for me to get to GTG, get a bow. But I also want Bolero of Fire, because that's going to be the fastest way to get up to Fire Temple, which is our water medallion.
As you can see, Deku Nuts have a ton of utility, especially in the Forest Temple. I'm actually going to freeze these 3 small hands here. If I had magic, I could do a little faster quick spin strat. But instead, we'll just keep them all frozen and then crouch stab all 3 of them.
Just lining up for another flame storage here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, so there's only 1 small key left in here. This will be my second medallion. I'll probably, after this, go peek into Fire Temple.
Oh, I messed it up. All right, I gotta go do it again.
I do have 6 health. To note, again, like Phant said, every heart container you have will buy you an extra 8 seconds on the clock before you get burned up. We have double defense that does not affect that timer whatsoever. So I'll be rocking 48 seconds until I cannot survive any longer in a given room.
My movement wasn't correct there that time, but hopefully this is going to get us there. There we go. Second try is the charm for flame storage. And yeah, again, this isn't something I need right now, but it is going to give me a much easier access over to Gerudo Training Grounds.
So likely thinking about that Shadow Temple Way of the Hero, again, something's got to be in there that we need in order to beat the seed.
And we know it's not magic.
We know it's not magic. It is likely not the hover boots. It would have to be in the first 2 locations. And then from there,
which has happened.
Hammer, mirror shield, or light arrows. So
those are the 3.
And
so I made the
have we
Village.
Mostly cleared our Way of the Hero.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so I'm playing Song of Storms here to access bottom of the well, and we'll see if this is where that Ice Cavern Way of the Hero is leading us. Again, this is the most dense location. We'll be checking the other ones later. Spike, did you get frozen by any chance?
No. You fool! while it's sort of the scariest and most powerful move that a Stalfos can use, you want to see the jump slash as much as possible, because that'll expose their weak point. Throw another Deku Nut as they're spawning in. Gives me enough time to come over and get the first stab in. Ugh, okay. Not a bad Stalfos room right there. The second and third ones were solid. The first one fought with me a little bit. All right, Bow Chest has our last small key.
Very good.
I went
so
backwards.
Bottom of the well here, while Spike is finishing up Forest Temple, a couple notes about this dungeon is this is where you find the Lens of Truth in Ocarina of Time. And there are a lot of invisible walls that are in the game. And there's various settings you could do with the randomizer. Oh, I'm frozen. As far as what's expected with the Lens of Truth. And what we are doing in this set of settings is the Lens of Truth is only required to cross the wasteland as well as the treasure chest minigame. So you're expected to be able to know your way through Shadow Temple and through Bottom of the Well, all these invisible locations, without a Lens of Truth.
All right, 4 checks left here in Forest Temple. Just some bombs there. Let's make sure we're good to go on arrows. But yeah, I think one of the biggest things I want people to take away, obviously, people to donate to the event and everything, but also, it's very easy to get into Ocarina of Time randomizer. Do you think this is a speed run? I think it's a ton of fun. Again, there's over 40,000 members in the Discord. So you guys can find your way over there, and they'll be able to provide you with all the resources you need to get these started. When it first starts off, I think my first seed took me over 9 hours, and it was a free seed. I just didn't know where all the locations were. Phant, do you remember how long it took you to beat this the first time?
Mine, I believe, was around 8 hours.
Yeah. Pretty commonplace that it'll take you a while.
And really just quick note here, you can do a lot of funny stuff with the camera. We've done it a couple times to get a peek at an item that normally you can't see. So by manipulating the camera there, I was able to look inside the coffin and find out what the item was before lighting the torch and going to collect it. So I thought it was nothing to worry about, and I could just get out of there much quicker. But important note, Spike, I have found the hover boots.
Okay, we're
those
almost
are in
able
the...
to check Shadow.
Almost, we're just magic away from being able to check that. Oh, I already checked that item.
Also, don't know if Phant brought this up earlier while he was in the Forest Temple, but shoutouts to Test Runner and all the other devs of Ocarina of Time Randomizer. So many good quality of life decisions. As you can see over there on that D-pad, we have access to the Ocarina of Time. Well, the Fairy Ocarina, and that's hopefully the most we'll have over there.
Yeah, you don't see the actual Ocarina of Time too much in the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
Phant found the hover boots, so he actually has access to swap between them once he's an adult. Also, just fast block pushing we had back there. Block pushing, unfortunately, was extremely slow in base Ocarina of Time. And it's like 3 times faster or something here.
So I was going for a quick kill on Dead Hand here. You may have realized early on that we had... Oh, a hint was here. That Dead Hand had nothing. Well, there's actually 2 chests in here. One of them is invisible in the back, which is right here where Dead Hand's creepy face is. And then there's the actual Dead Hand chest. That's the big one that just got revealed there. So I don't need that one. I need this one right here. That's invisible. And that is a Deku Stick upgrade. Now we're going to open up this again. I think it was like Piece of Heart. Sure. No, it was a bloopy. My mistake. Got greedy there. But we also needed to kill Dead Hand just to backtrack out of here, as I like to do. But yeah, so far, just those hover boots, which is going to be nice for Spike if that's the only thing that's in here.
Yeah, where are they?
They're in the pathway to coffins.
So ZL, drop down, get hovers, get out.
Yeah, but there's still a couple more locations for me to check here. One more small key. There are 3 total small keys in the bottom of the well. And while I'm child as well, so in addition to checking all these Storm's locked locations, I'm going to go ahead and head into Child Spirit Temple and check a couple things there, because I know I need to do it based on information provided by Spike earlier. This room is kind of dangerous since there's a lot of pits, but you know, OOT, it seems like there's a setup for everything, and that room no exception. So you just safely bypass all the pits, come to the back.
So I'll be at 18 skulls right here. I'm gonna make sure that when I go down to finish off Dodongo's cavern, that I've already got 20. What's your skull count like?
I am at around 10, so...
Okay, so that would be good for me to just knock that out. And then Phant can know whether he needs to get skulls anymore. Again, in a normal settings that people play, like weekly settings, actually 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 are all turned on.
Okay, we got magic.
Okay, where is it? Is it in the basement?
It's in the basement,
Hey,
which is actually
something in the basement, dude. I swear.
Which is actually still pretty nice for Spike, because you don't need any small keys to get that location. You can just go straight to the bottom. And that puts the long shot in logic.
97% of the time, the basement has an item you need.
Always, every time. Yeah, so I was going to go check some more Song of Storms locations, but because the only thing in Goron City I need is the Silver Gauntlets, I don't quite need those yet. So I'm just going to go delve into Shadow Temple, find out what's in there to try and get us to go mode as fast as possible.
Yeah, so at this point, we're down to Hammer, Mirror Shield, and Light Arrows. Hammer and Mirror Shield obviously would be nice for actually getting into a glow mode or no mode. Alright, have to re-angle this.
Yeah, referring to what Spike just said there, the light arrows are only needed for one thing in this game. That is to beat Ganondorf. Not even beat Ganon, just Ganondorf, phase number 1. And because it could be literally anywhere in the video game, if you make it to go mode, can get all the way up to Ganon himself, he'll tell you where the light arrows are. If you played A Link to the Past, it's similar to Ganon in that game, telling you the location of where the silver arrows are. And if it comes down to that point, we will be heading up there as fast as we can in order to get that hint.
Now, I'm going to, real quick, I do want to go check the Fire Temple, but I want to just clear off that Temple of Time way the hero. We 1,000% need the Nocturne of Shadow to beat the game, but my first 2 medallions are the free one and the Shadow medallion we just got from Forest Temple. So, it was just a heart container, but you know what? I'll take 8 more seconds of surviving in the Fire Temple. So yeah, I'll just see. Likely what always happens here is you're gonna need the Megaton Hammer to progress far at all inside fire. Phant are doing a pretty good job of checking down on stuff. There's not a ton of locations out there currently, I would say. So you never know. Megaton Hammer could just be in the Fire Temple.
Ah, darn, I missed it. Dead Hand's not in a good spot for me to get the backwards jump slash on him, but that's okay. We still got a 2 cycle. It's okay, not too bad. Now, I made the realization after I already came in here that I lack a bow. Now, normally that would be pretty important because you need a bow in order to get to the end of Shadow Temple where the boss is. You're supposed to shoot a bomb flower, and that will bring down a bridge and you can cross it. Well, conveniently, I have exactly 1 bomb shoe, 1 only. And that is enough. Coincidentally, I'm very happy that I got bailed out by this. I can use that bomb shoe.
We did not plan ahead for this.
Yeah, I could use that bomb shoe with some creative placement to go over and knock down that bridge for me. Now, to be careful, I am going to pull a shortcut when I get there, unless I find the bow early on. Another bow. There are 3 bows in the game. Just to be safe in case I mess the setup up, but we'll see if it works.
This is a Skulltula I'm almost never going to kill, but I really want to make sure I get 20 soon, because after this, I'm just going to drop down to Dodongo's Cavern.
Oh. Yeah.
Knock that medallion out as well, and then just go down to Kakariko, along with probably also doing adult archery.
So these Gibdos, they're jerks. They're like Redeads, except they like to freeze you like twice as often, 3 times as often. So just as a safe way of taking them out pretty consistently, I like to hook shot them and then just go do a couple crouch stabs. You don't have to worry about them freezing you. Almost forgot Patty Chest.
I'll lose less health here.
Don't want to do that.
You do a lot of creative little...
Alright, that's good to know. Oh boy. So the boomerang is an item that only locks one location outside of a couple skulls, and that is Jabu Jabu, which is a stone. We don't want to go into Jabu Jabu if we can help it, but that, depending on what we find in Shadow, that may be something we need to go do. I never checked it. It could. Yeah, I was gonna go check that, but because I found magic and hovers in bottom of the well, I figured it'd be pertinent to go check what is waiting for us in the Shadow Temple. Unfortunately, no bow, so I'm gonna have to run up nice and close to the keys in this room, just so I can take them out with my hook shot. Oh, you're doing the adult kit. Okay, I thought you were referring to the child one. No, I found those ice arrows. Ooh, a fairy in a bottle. And you have yet to check the 20 skull reward, correct?
Yeah, I have 20. I will be checking that, I guess, at the end of Ice Cavern. Do we want me to just go check that now, just to knock that out?
Knock out what, Jabu? Or the 20 skulls?
The 20 skulls.
Don't worry about it right now. I could still get plenty of skulls along the way.
So all I'm doing is I'm booking it to the end of Ice Cavern, right?
Yes.
So I can get Song of Storms.
Yeah. So you can really see the impact of having boot swap on D-pad. You just freely add on and off the hover boots at will. It's very, very convenient. Now this is a pretty fun room in Shadow Temple. We're gonna do a couple fancy backflips to get on top of these crushers here. And just speeds up the room a little bit. So let's see if I could time it correctly. Just get into this corner, Z target, backflip like so, and you're up here. It's a wonderful video game. Jabu is pretty quick. You can if you want. That would protect us from any unfortunate things happening. Yeah, there's not much left. It's basically Shadow Temple and stone locations. Alright, so because, we didn't have enough internet problems, I think I am once again leading, so I apologize to Spike, who can't hear me, but is muted for everybody else. We'll try and get through this as soon as we can. But for the meantime, you're just going to have to listen to me. I apologize in advance. But I'm just going to continue on into Shadow Temple. Depending on how much of that previous conversation you heard, we're sending Spike into Stone Jabu Jabu. There are 4 locations in there with that boomerang from Fire Temple. You can check them all. And that will protect us from any worst case locations. No Dompe, no. So yeah, Spike's thinking, oh, we can go do Dompe digging. That's a location that we can only get for I think it's like a 15-second period is Dompe's working hours at night. So Nocturne is very useful to just get over there fast, but without Sunsong, you kind of just have to wait for a good opportunity to go check that. So Spike pulled off a nice strategy that apparently I did. What was it, Spike? Dodongo's Cavern, yeah, getting through there fast. So Spike is telling me, I kid you not, to shoutouts to me for coming up with that setup. Oh. This may be bad. Get down. Okay, we're good. So this fan room is kind of spooky. Normally have iron boots at this point, but I don't have iron boots. They'd be nice to have, so we're very susceptible to the movements of the fans. And Spike, you're back.
Oh my gosh, so are we in Act 4? Oh, I'm back. They thought I was down and out, but here I am, ladies and gentlemen. We're fighting Dodongo. We're getting our 3rd coin, the big green medallion. Again, this is the medallion that everyone wants because it equals 1 1/3 songs.
Oh, I found a Megaton hammer.
Oh, where is it?
That is in the Redeads, in the fans.
Redeads by the fans. Ooh, so you're telling me I'm just following you over there.
You sure are.
I should follow you over there. Jabu would give us 4 checks, but the hammer also would unlock 5 other checks right now. We know the Death Mountain Crater.
I'm doing a great job here.
The Gerudo Valley, hammer rocks, that's another check locked by the hammer. Hammer's like my favorite item to find early because it's just infinite bombs, effectively. All right, checking 20 and adult archery. Is there anything else I'm checking in right now? I don't think so.
Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, just to be safe, in case I blow this bomb shoe, I'm going to set up the shortcut. This is the block pull of shame. Excellent.
Mirror, shield, and light arrows. Man, if they were in Jabu, that would suck.
If they're
You
in
need to
Jabu,
do-
it's gonna be a fun time.
You still need to do the rest of Forest in terms of us staying close to one another. Because we do think about that a little bit. We're trying to balance out, make sure we're covering all the possible locations. Maybe I should. Problem is, it's a long trail because I need to go get the storms,
Yeah,
go into the well.
After I finish up Shadow Temple here, I'm gonna go out to GTG and pick up my bow. That way I can go into Fire Temple and knock that out. Give you some key information. Yeah, we're gonna see after I clear the back of Shadow Temple here if I can successfully pull off the single Bombchu strategy of getting to Bongo Bongo, which I hope I can.
So Ice Cavern's gonna have storms. So Burning Kakariko has the Sun Song. So Sun Song in the Grave cannot hold our Mirror Shield. Okay.
Yeah, to note, Burning Kakariko, that is a song that's unlocked by collecting 3 specific medallions. That's the first 3, the Forest, Fire, and Water medallion. As soon as you have those, the Burning Kakariko Chic cutscene will play, and that gives you a song.
Yeah, I think, because I try to always think of these, obviously we're showcasing the game for you guys tonight. We're showcasing cooperative play. I like to think from a competitive standpoint, Jabu Jabu's Belly is a little slow and it's only got 4 items in it, and it is a stone. So despite the fact that we have the Boomerang and Rudo's Letter, because we're only looking for 2 more items, I think it's probably worth it for me to just come over there. Obviously the hammer, I guess the hammer gives us 6 checks. GTG is done unless we find Iron Boots. We still don't have Water Temple access.
Yeah, Water Temple is locked behind having Iron Boots. You can get in there with a scale, but hopefully that's going to be low on our list of options. And by scale, I mean the gold scale. So we have one of them, we need to find another one, which will upgrade us to the gold scale.
Yeah,
no, actually, I just realized
there's a
something.
number of back and forth here. You just realized something was dead.
Yeah, I just realized something. This is something I never thought would come up. But I'm still going to do the Bombchu strat anyway. I have Scarecrow Song, and I have the Long Shot. That actually gives me another option to cross the bridge without having
that's
the bow.
actually logical access to get over there.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost never come up for me, but yeah, you can play Scarecrow Song, head up there, and not worry about it. I'm going to do the strat anyway, because it's fun. We'll see if I can pull it off. So I got 1 Bombchu. So in the universe where I didn't pick up the Bombchus, let's see, so we do this, and I think it's good. There it goes. It's going to blow up just on cue, and bam.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the first 3 of Jabu.
Okay.
And I will...
Yeah, the first 3 are fast. Baronade being the 4th location. The boss of Jabu Jabu is kind of a trek to get out over there.
Yeah. Not particularly fast to get to.
Alright, so I'm going into Bongo Bongo, and there's a couple different strategies to take them out. I found one recently, I like to call it the BPM method. And that is, you time your crouch stabs to 150 BPM, and that's enough to stun lock the boss. And I've actually haven't done this with hookshot in a while, so this is going to be a little bit embarrassing.
Just feel it out, my dude. I know it's annoying.
Feel it out, yeah. But yeah, so you can do this method pretty easily by, oh my gosh, by getting distracted here, by singing a song that is at 150 BPM, and that's going to allow you to time it successfully. Well, one of those songs happens to be Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, And I'm gonna have Spike sing it for me for a little bit in a little second.
So you just tell me what.
Okay. Go ahead, start singing. Sing, buddy.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
And we got it.
Oh, wow, it worked. I was like, this is stupid,
Thank
dude.
you,
Why are you
Spike.
having me do this? It's not gonna work.
No, it legit works. So good job keeping your tempo perfectly at 150 BPM, Spike.
You're welcome, my dude. Here's the thing. I was set up to lose there. At best, I look like an idiot. At worst, I look like an idiot who's also off-key and off-rhythm. I'm glad you got it, my dude. But
No,
hey, that is a legit way to learn that BPM.
It is. Yeah, you put that song up on YouTube, time your crouch taps to it, and you'll get it.
Nothing in the first room. Also, reminder, Deku Nuts are very good. We're going to use it in this room. Optimally, you get this in 2 Deku Nuts. Had to do
All
3 there. It's luck where they end up being.
All good. So, Spike, is there anything left in Hyrule Field we need to check? Were you able to do Tektite Grotto when you headed over to
Grotto's the only
GTG?
thing we haven't checked.
Alright, so just for completeness sake, I'm going to go check what that item is, but for now I'm going to head over to GTG, pick up my bow, and then I am going to head into Fire Temple.
Let's see, so you're already doing fire. This is technically... I want to make the guess that we're never going to be able to get into water.
I think that's a good play.
Yeah, to where like...
Hope we don't have to go into water.
Yeah, that's probably more what it is. I'm just kind of hoping.
So Epona song is on OT, so really I have no choice but to walk all the way over here. There's a couple options. I could reverse Wasteland, and that's going backwards through the Wasteland, but I wanted to check Tektite Grotto along the way since the Wasteland item had nothing for us.
Well,
realign my backlog here.
I got
That's 2 fairies in a bottle.
Yeah, that's 2. We got something. All right, Baronade might have something. I'm going to take the chance that he does not have either our mirror shield or our, what's it called? Our light arrows. If he has light arrows, then we'll be told where those are, and we'll be able to go back to it. If he says Jabu Jabu's belly, then rip.
A bow is inside Tektite Grotto.
All right.
Fortunately, I can't get that.
Okay, now I can go to the ice cavern. I should have earlier when I was going to the ice cavern. I should have just said screw it and just clipped out of bounds. Again, pretty much almost all clips and whatnot you can do are not allowed.
Well, not allowed in the set of rules that we are playing on.
In the set of rules that we use. Which again is kind of the standard rule set that most people play with.
Now, one thing I can do, another check along the way that I wasn't able to do on our first trip over here, there is a hammerlock chest in Gerudo Valley. And me, coincidentally, having the hammer on my way over, I can check that. So this is what long shot is for. You can get across the gap without having to open it.
All the keys in spirit. So I was like, I'm 7, 8. I think the toilet might just be a small key. I don't think I saw a 9th key, and that was the only check left.
So I'm going straight to the silver block room once I unlock GTG. And I'm not sure if Spike mentioned this when he was over here much earlier, but yet another one of those quality of life changes. So there are 4 carpenters in Gerudo Fortress that you need to go rescue in order to unlock the membership card, Gerudo membership card. And I need to go talk to him. In the randomizer, it's just 1. And that just makes GTG a much more valuable play. So I'm going to get in this corner, hook shot, forcing the guard to jump in on top of the torch. And I can just spam crouch stab and get an easy kill. But yeah, 1 carpenter and we are done.
Yeah, as opposed to having to make you do that. Honestly, I think the torch strat is pretty cool for taking out one of the guards, but once you've done it once, doing it 4 times in every seed, not the most fun thing. But again, what's great, one of the best parts about Ocarina of Time Randomizer is that it is infinitely customizable. Is that if you want certain checks off, like, oh, you don't want to have to kill 40 or 50 skulls, like we're doing tonight, you can turn that off. If you want to have shop sanity, you can make all the different shop items contain a bunch of different items and be a part of the randomized item pool. You can make scrub sanity be a thing. We only have to talk to 3 different scrubs throughout this run. You can make it to where there's like 40 of them that could potentially have items you need.
Yeah, so right now I'm just going through GTG. Spike's going to be heading through Ice Cavern.
Ice, then
not already done with it.
then Shadow.
Yeah, so if you have any donations to go for right now, you can probably go for a couple minutes, honestly.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. All right, we've got $25 from Snake Attack, donating during the Zelda run because my son decided to dress up as Link today. We're watching together while he swings a foam sword around the living room. Stay home, stay safe. That's adorable.
That's really cute.
We have $10 from Lieutenant Humphrey 98. So weird to see Spike doing GDQ and not be able to demand he show his badge. Oh well, you get a pass this time. Keep it up, and thanks to the staff, runners, volunteers, and the glorious mods for putting this together on such short notice. Proud.
Yeah, absolutely. It was crazy thinking about how we were informed earlier this week that we made it into the schedule. And yeah, now this weekend we're doing it. All these different runners are getting together, de-rusting real quick, and then throwing these runs down. Shouts to the entire staff at GDQ for putting this event together with everything that's going on in the world right now. But yeah, you can keep going with donations.
Sweetenly. We got $28 from Corvus Atrox. Good luck with the run, Phant Vegeta. I'm having a lot of fun watching. Thanks for running this and getting this money to help with COVID-19 relief.
Is that our fusion dance?
I guess so.
Just gotta remember to breathe at the same time.
Are you a fan of it?
Okay, got $10 from Blanca Lamb. Loving this Ocarina of Time randomizer. Shoutouts to the rest of the ZSR community. This donation goes toward the Super Mario Sunshine Glitch exhibition, which is a donation incentive I believe unlocked pretty recently, like I think at the start of this run. That's for the last day, Super Mario Sunshine, a glitch exhibition at the end of that, which is a $15,000 incentive. We're currently sitting at, looks like 1,433 of that. So we've already made some progress, but let's see if we can get that met well before Mario Sunshine rolls around, my friends.
All right, I'm going to interrupt you just 1 second, then you can continue on, because I do need to add some commentary to what just happened. So I'm a dummy. I've done a couple dumb things, but I just went to GTG without collecting the silver gauntlets from Child, Goron City, so I need to go back there.
We're vamping for donations, everyone.
It was intentional, right? We needed to make sure we were.
I like how you
even.
called yourself out for it. You could have just like been like, oh, whatever, just keep playing, read donations. Nah, man, you're calling yourself out. That being said,
Yeah, okay,
dear
you
God,
may continue.
read donations. Yeah.
Continue on with the donations. The PSA has ended.
Okay. We got $100 from Anonymous, donating $100 for Spike and Phant getting that Mary Poppins kill on Bongo Bongo.
Yo.
At the end of the day, that's what's important. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think we can all agree on that one.
Yeah, no, it's not, okay, we forgot what we were doing. Our routing was not great, but them pipes, let me tell you, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
And certainly not atrocious.
No.
$10 from Mutation. Oh my god. I have that song stuck in my head now for the rest of the weekend.
I know, right? That's been me in the shower the last week, trust me.
Oh, Lord. We got $10 from Mutation. It's just 10 rupees, but I want to support GDQ, Direct Relief, and the wonderful streamers playing OOT Randomizer. I know there probably aren't commentators reading, surprise, surprise, but to whoever screens comments or gets to read them, I wish you the best of real-life RNG. Thank you so much, Mutation.
All right, really quick, then you could probably go on a couple more. Spike, did you check Darunia in Goron City?
I did. He's nothing. Yeah,
Okay,
Goron
very
City is donezo.
Yeah, I'm just going into the pot to collect my silver gauntlets.
Let me check something. Let me see how close we are to time of day, being potentially nighttime. What are we looking at here? Not seeing anything, not seeing anything, not seeing anything. We might just take... Oh, wait. It's turning to night. Okay, perfect. Neither of us have Dompe, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm in there. This is the routing choice of the gods. If this is the mirror shield, y'all can thank me for us staying on schedule. Not my internet, though. So again, Dompe gets paid for working about an hour in the evening.
An hour?
Yeah.
You mean like 12 seconds. 12 literal seconds.
12
Basically,
seconds, which should be real time,
the
is
kid,
an hour.
the kid in the graveyard who is watching it all day long is doing Dompe's job better than Dompe
Yeah,
is.
that's true, actually.
Dompe doesn't care if you move the graves. The kid does. I think that says something.
God, let this
Dompe's
be
just
something.
running his like secret underground business up there. It's like, hey kid, you want me to dig up some graves for a chance to win a prize?
What are you, boy? It's the light arrows. You should totally go do it. Yay.
It is the light arrows?
No. I wish
Wait,
it
was that a yes or a no?
Nah, it's a no. He had a huge rupee, of which my wallet was already at $94, so I threw 195 of that on the ground. Happy birthday to the ground. Threw the rest of the cash on the ground, too. All right, so we're going to go down here. I'm going to continue to follow in Phant's footsteps, pick up the hovery-doos and the magic.
Oh hey, flare dancers in the fire temple is a slingshot.
Oh, yeah. So we know
I
there's
found the
4
iron
eggs.
boots, so this is actually great.
Oh, my God.
I don't have to go out to GTG. Oh, that's wonderful.
Wait, you don't have
Because
to go
now
out
I
to
can go
GT?
get the bow that I found in the Tektite grotto
Oh
rather
my
than going all the way
God.
out to the silver
I'm
block room.
mad you got bailed out. All right, so I'm doing the chest in the back, and then I'm dropping down. All right.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, the iron boots being in that location, we can now go into the water temple.
This is a theme of our co-op seeds, by the way, is what the last 2 times has been me. It's, oh, the only magic's out in GTG, Spike, you gotta go out there. We find it on another location right along the path, so it doesn't matter.
Like, this one matters a little bit. I still have to go out there and do it. But, it could have been much worse. I did get bailed out here.
Mirror on 1500? Could be. Horseback archery is the only thing locked behind beating the, behind doing the Ocarina of Time, which, woof if we have to do that.
Oh boy. Yeah, that'd be rough.
Wait, I can just do this. Also, I just need to drop down. Let me down. Drop down. Where is it? There it is. And the basement of destiny. For the magic. Do I wanna go check Spirit Temple? We are a little narrow on our checks right now.
We'll be fine. I'm gonna head into Fire Temple now and just finish that up. Get everything else out of the way.
Okay.
So
There's still the Storms Grotto outside of Goron City. There's still Frogs 1. There's still Baronade.
yeah, I haven't checked. So if you want to get your iron boots, which I guess you don't really need to. Yeah, you can go do Frogs 2, or not Frogs 2, Frogs 1.
I was like, wait,
We're
what?
doing that.
Oh, you just did Frogs 1. Frogs 1 was where the owns were.
No, Frogs 1 is unchecked. The grotto outside Goron City. That is the winner location.
Okay.
Also, happy 2-hour mark, everybody.
All right, we got 1 hour left, and then we're never allowed to play on GDQ again. You must meet your estimates.
Nah, I think we're gonna be good, Spike.
All right, so I need to do check 1, patty chest. It is called the patty chest, and we'll explain it once we get there. The biggest honor in Ocarina of Time randomizer speedrunning is when you get a check named after you.
Do you have anything named after you, Spike?
Yes, the top chest of GTG. I did it for a MoMAM, an event I Ate Your Pie and I put on every year. And I like never forget checks. But yeah, the rooftop of GTG had the last item, like Ganon's boss key or something we needed. It was a key sandy as well.
Okay.
So that's, I believe some call that the spike chest. All right, so we don't have to fight Dead Hand. Don't have the Lens of Truth, so I'm gonna have to guess here where this is. It is a 40. So of these 5 torches, the two on the first one on either side is never is. That's why we're not stopping it there. This one I just put it at. It's a 40% chance. The one in the middle here is a 30% chance, and then the next one's a 20% chance. So we got never lucky.
Really quick, Spike, what's the Shadow Medallion again?
Shadow Medallion was the Forest Temple. Oh.
That's right. Okay.
What? How did it keep pulling? All right, so now coming down here, we're gonna check out the patty chest. So in the patty chest, you gotta get these 5 silver rupees. After you collect the 5 silver rupees, a door will open, a gate will come up, and a chest will be exposed, and you can obtain your spoils. You'll see as I come up here. So there's my 3rd, here's my 4th, here's my 5th silver rupee right here. So, as you can see, on your left, up there, is the chest. The door was on our right. Not once, not twice, but I'm pretty sure 3 times Patty has gotten all 5 silver rupees and then walked out the door. So shout outs to my boy Patty. And the first time it was in it was a required item in that location. One that was for me, and I was very upset. But I still love Patty. Very funny man, but also very stupid.
Spike pulling no punches here.
No punches.
Yeah, so Spike already cleared the first little bit of Fire Temple minus the Hammerlock locations. So I know I have to come in here, 1 for a key, and then also the boomerang. We may not need that boomerang in case we find everything we need before we head down to Baronade.
Real quick.
But I want to pick it up now.
Real quick, you had marked Gibdo's 1 as something. It was just a red rupee. Did Dead Hand have something?
Dead Hand did not have something. Maybe it was Patty Chest.
I did get Patty Chest. You also had that marked as something. Maybe you marked both.
Yeah, well, just get it.
Well,
We've never made any
figure it out.
mistakes. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We've never made any mistakes with note taking.
Oh, I got stuck on the wall.
You should have your boss key before heading into the fan room, past the bot. And we'll say that.
All right, so looking ahead, Silverblade left and Silverblade Invisible have nothing apparently.
Oh, I got stuck by the Goron. Yeah, that's a heart,
2, 3, 4.
a fairy in a bottle, and a piece of hearts.
I mean, it checks out. The hammer was the only thing of importance in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is fine then. I can't. I whiffed on the silver rupee, dude. I'm sitting here trying to read notes. Get over there. All right. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a clip that I'm going to be going for here. Also, I'm doing on the top. Oh yeah, so I only need the top. Yeah, that is allowed because there's actually, for the most part, if there's ever like a glitchy thing that is allowed in OOT, it's pretty much always because there is a much harder but glitchless variant that you can do. So that's why, like, ground jumps that I'm not sure if we've really done ground jumps.
Well, I'm doing one right now, so
right,
you just
can go look at Phant.
You just try to pick up a bomb with your shield out, and it just lets you just jump in the air. Why it works, again, I don't know. It does, and it's great. It has a lot of use in the ice cavern, in the Deku Tree. If you have it before Child Link, you could do it there. And it's really, I think, like one of the few like actual glitches that is allowed in this rule set that we do.
And then fans Gibdo to boss key. I think. Okay, I think that's correct then.
Yeah, boss key had a small key. Fans had
the hammer.
Fans had the hammer, and I think Gibdo's had another small key.
Okay, yeah. Then this is, yeah, this checks out. Yeah, we just had two things marked up top. Whoa, oh, get down there. So I don't have iron boots. This is kind of the number one place where iron boots kind of can give you benefits outside of the water temple. Yeah, you would be able to just side hop across this entire room instead of have to wait the cycle.
So I'm going to use hover boots in here because this room of Fire Temple is a little bit dangerous. If you fall down, you go all the way down to the bottom. We don't want that to happen. So just for safety, equipping those boots and go right to the door safely. And boy, the boss key is deep in Fire Temple.
Ooh. Got him. Okay.
Good job,
those
Spike.
Gibdos could keep you frozen for a while. I hookshot the first one just to close the gap in general a little faster, and it'll keep them frozen. So there should be small key number 4. Very good. All right, I'm terrible at this strat, trying to roll over to the ship. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, we got it. Cool.
Good job. That's a cool jump.
Unfortunately, I can't play my Ocarina because on console it lags. Just to know, there are a bunch of different ways that you can play Zooter, Ocarina of Time Randomizer. We both are playing on a EverDrive, May Flash adapter, with a May Flash adapter. So we can play it on N64, but other people will play it on Wii. Other people will just play at home on their personal computers. That's most people. That's good, because it reduces a lot of the lag that we're dealing with here on console. Also, that was
You'll see a lot more to come when we get to the end. Another great room for hover boots, this area in Fire Temple. Can make these jumps a lot safer.
Let's go ahead and equip the bow right here.
Okay, we found the boss key, but for completeness sake, I want to get locked out. We're going to finish up the remaining locations in Fire Temple to see what awaits us.
How deep is it?
It's the Free the Goron on the top of the boulder maze.
Yee. That's pretty gross. It's not totally gross. but it's pretty gross. All right, so boss key is the last chest I'm coming in for.
Yeah, but just so Spike doesn't have to come all the way back up the fire temple, because this is something nobody ever wants to do. And lacking for Roar's Wind, we just want to clear it out.
A lot of times those redeads will just freeze you on your way out anyways, so I like to just kill them and pick up the magic, get that refilled. One check in Spirit, one check in Jabu, Frogs in the Rain, Song of Storms Grotto.
Water temple.
Yeah, you check the Gerudo Valley Hammer Rocks, yeah. So, how are we feeling we want to split up the end of this?
Well, let's see. So, I do have Forest Temple to do, you're going to have Fire Temple to do, but it's not something that needs to be done right now. So, after I finish Fire Temple, if we don't find anything in here, we should each pick a dungeon to go to. I have the Iron Boots, I could go hit up Water Temple. We know there's only 3 items in there.
Here than the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious song. I'm gonna try quick spins. It's kind of always what I've done for them. Let me see if I can stun lock him the whole way.
And that's a really difficult thing to do. Spike is pretty good at it, though. See if.
Man.
Okay, Spike is pretty good at it.
I was about to say we're gonna go for the 2 cycle on it. Okay.
We haven't had any donations for a while, so if you want to go through and knock out a couple, feel free.
Oh yeah, I can absolutely do that. We have $18 from Danstead. Hey, I know that guy. Greetings all. I'm enjoying this randomizer run so far. Spike is the real hero for playing this rando 2 times for COVID-related causes this week. Let him choose where this money goes. Keep on grooving all, and stay safe.
Yeah, any donations for my choice I'll be putting towards my boy Barb Souls, good friend of mine, Barber's King, for the Dark Souls file name coming up after this. Shouts to Catalyst with the Dark Souls run coming up.
I actually went through the wrong door over here, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. And we're back. So my goal was to get over to this other chest in here. There's one more key and one more item to be found. And hopefully this is the key.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and trail into here just to knock out Fire Temple. All right, so let me follow this route real quick. So big key, flare dancers, already did those. I should be able to pretty quickly catch right back up to Phant. And then it's us just splitting up our last probably 15 or so checks where the mirror shield could be.
Yeah, so you're going to be getting your 5th medallion. I'm thinking maybe I go clear Forest Temple just to have that out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Because then it's just do Spirit, finish the game.
So don't need to do the big key chest, just need to do flare dancers.
Alright, so Volvagia has a number of different ways to kill her. You can drop some bombs into one of these holes and damage her in phase 1. My goal is going to be drop 4 bombs into this hole that damage her. You'll hear Volvagia do like the sound effect that she got hit. I'm gonna hammer her and then jump slash her, shoot her with a bow once, and then jump slash again. That should be the kill if I do it right. There's a number of ways you could do it faster with bomb shoes by using bomb shoes and Deku Nuts to get a whole bunch of hits in early. But yeah, I'm gonna get out my hammer. So there's 1 bomb. That bomb didn't hit. Okay. Neither did that one. Okay.
Again, I'm power crouch stabbing the hammer into the side of the wall just so it cuts out the animation, and it'll still give the same ripple effect for knocking this enemy down. So this should be the third small key I need, so fire's done. There's nothing left in here.
All right. So I only got 3 bomb hits on Volvagia here, so that's a little unfortunate. I try to get as many bow hits in as I can. I think I may have gotten enough. Yeah, we did. Okay, so we salvaged it with some bow hits. And that is Fire Temple. Maybe Volvagia has our Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield is a pretty classic last item you need. And even then, it's not the last item. We're looking for lights as well. There is a decent chance that the light arrows could just be in Ganon's castle, because there are actually 16 locations in there. 8 of them are locked by having gold gauntlets, which we actually don't have right now.
Okay, nothing in Fire Temple. So yeah, I'm gonna go knock out Forest Temple, just so I can be doing progress while we look for stuff, and you're gonna be on 5 medallions. And I'll continue to help with the search after that.
Yeah, so mostly just tracing each other's steps. And then, yeah, we'll be moving on. So let's once again talk about, so we got Water Temple. Again, where did you find the Iron Boots?
Iron Boots are in the Storms Grotto outside of Goron City.
Okay. So I should probably go pick those up. Should I go water after this?
I think so. There's 3 items in water. One of them being useless.
Did we read something about one of the checks? Because normally there's 4.
Yeah, I believe it was the river chest. I read a hint on.
Okay, and we know that's dead.
That was a piece of heart. So if you get a piece of heart out of the boss key chest, be a little bit concerning, but I think it was the river chest.
So there's 3 there. Then we can also go out of logic and dive in the lab.
Mm-hmm. Could you shoot the sun?
Boulder Maze South. Oh, this is south. Boulder Maze South. This is for key 4. Bow locked is key 5. And then that should be enough. Yeah. Because I guess the shortcut is just another small key. So yeah, I'm actually just a couple checks away from taking out Volvagia myself.
Very good. So, Spike, having cleared this dungeon, I know where all the keys are, but it's pretty linear, like I was mentioning previously, so it's still a little bit of a slog going through. But while we repeat each other's steps, if you want to take it away on donations.
All right, yes indeed. We got $35 from Witchcat Athy. Hey friends, had to donate during the Zelda randomizer. Phant Vegeta are doing spectacular. Keep it up. I'm pretty sure after a 3rd repeat, it's going to be official names. So,
yeah, that's Beetlejuice standards right there. Beetlejuice rules.
So it shall be.
We have $50 from Jackstronomy. I'm a scientist working on sterilization of PPE to address critical shortages in my area, and Zuda runs have been much appreciated background noise during my work. Thanks to everyone for putting on the event and donating so frontline workers can get the PPE they need. Let's kick this virus so I have time to do a Zuda run of my own.
Heck yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing I want to point out about Zooter is, like, you don't even, like, there's obviously always the stress people bring into it. It's like, oh, I would never be any good at it. Like, we've done hundreds upon hundreds of seeds, and we're still this bad. We still forget this stuff. No, but, like, we're trying to obviously go somewhat fast and try to do it in a competitive manner. A lot of it, at the end of the day, a randomizer is just a puzzle. Like, you're just trying to beat that, to figure out that puzzle. Okay, how does the seed want me to go about it and collect all these items? So, yeah. Again, highly would recommend getting into these. They're a lot of fun. Anyways, go ahead with more donations.
Alrighty. We got $25 from Nadira. Gamers banding together to save the world. Is there anything more beautiful? Spike, Phant, you guys are awesome. Sending you a hug from the digital crowd behind you. Make us proud.
Thank you. We'll try to beat this seed in 40 minutes.
I believe.
What am I? Okay, so bam. Yeah, I'm gonna try to set up here for the same thing. I don't have a Goron tunic, so there's a pretty decent chance we're gonna die right here. I will need.
Don't you get a fairy in a bottle?
I have a fairy in a bottle.
You'll be fine.
So
Wait,
again, I can one cycle Volvagia if I can get all 9 of these bomb shoes off. I don't really want to use all 9 of them, but we'll see. If not, we can get 7 and then go for a 2 cycle.
Want me to squeeze another 1 or 2?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, got $25 from Polarity Bear 34. Ocarina of Time was the very first video game I ever owned, and it's so wacky to see it this way. Not the ice traps, though. Those are the perfect thing to cool down the spicy Thai curry I'm enjoying the stream with. Please share. That sounds really good right now. And $5 from TFK204 just says, Spike, you fool!
I'm sorry. I tried to finagle something weird to get a 1 cycle right there. All right, so we're gonna have to use the
Stalfos is
fairy
being
up
a little
now.
bit annoying there.
Is this a 3 cycle? For a second, I thought he killed me, and then I realized, like, wait a minute, no, I need help.
Want me to just keep going for a bit?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we got the 2 cycle. I missed 1 bomb. You go for it. Just keep reading.
All right, $15 from Stick Fight. I've had a great time playing Ocarina of Time Randomizer Co-op before, so seeing it here is wonderful. That is certainly a very good word for it. Yeah, $50 from Ziggy98. Zelda randomizers are guaranteed good time. Can't wait to find the Master Sword in a random grotto. I actually don't remember where we found the Master Sword.
Yeah, thankfully in these, so the Master Sword is the only one of the swords that we don't randomize. Child at least has access to Deku Sticks, so that's a different way we can deal sword-like damage. The Master Sword is just always in the Master Sword location. I actually don't think there is a way to shuffle the Master Sword. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head, but I've never seen anybody do it.
Right, that's certainly... And there's about 100 goofy settings you can slap on. Yeah, we found it in the Temple of Time. Hey, the Temple of Time was on the way of the hero. That is true.
It was indeed.
So yeah, let's grab these irons and then go down to water.
You can keep going on donations.
Alrighty, just feel free to interrupt whenever you need to. For sure. Stop. All right, got $100 from Neuro Nerd Girl. So excited to see an impromptu virtual GDQ for the COVID crisis. Such a perfect format for everyone to do some good while we're stuck inside. Had to donate during the Ocarina of Time randomizer. Thanks to GDQ for acting quick and organizing this for such a good cause. Have $50 from Ace Custom. Corona sucks, so have $50. Yeah, I can dig it.
The Master Sword cannot be... I opened chat just to see if anyone knew. Okay. I was like, I actually don't know.
Chat keeping us honest.
Got a little bit greedy in the falling ceiling room. Because I forgot, oh yeah, you do need to press the button here.
Oh,
in
yeah,
order
you
to
thought
go
you were
through.
going to go
Yeah.
all the way across. You got naughty. You thought that unlocked the chest, not the door.
Indeed I did. Well, there you go.
There it is. All right, so 3 items left here in Water Temple. Let's start peeking through. We know one was on the river chest, which is basically like the deepest chest we could possibly look through.
What did he get out of the gilded chest?
In forest?
No, in water, if you haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I just got here.
Okay. darn. The green pose not being a little friendly today. But it's fine. No, play in co-op.
Check one.
Without getting pieces of heart everywhere, you kind of don't get health refills too often. I've been on these same like 3.5 hearts for quite some time.
No, and with Ice Trap Mayhem on, yeah. And I enjoy that aspect. I like that there's a little bit more of a question of like, oh, if I mess up some fight, I'm very likely going to take a death somewhere. Also, you see me constantly throughout this, now that we have the iron boots, we're going to be swapping them on and off with those D-pad functions throughout the dungeon. In the middle of the water, so there isn't nearly as much pausing or anything. Let's see if I can get 2 quick spins here. All right, that was a good fight.
One thing really nice about Water Temple as well is in Randomizer you can get the hover boots earlier than you're supposed to. Well, I guess OOT's broken enough, you could probably get the hover boots whenever you want.
You can get wherever you want.
Usually, yeah, you're not supposed to have the hover boots in Water Temple, but man, hover boots, they allow you to do so many very nice time-saving strats, and Water Temple's probably the biggest use for them. I'd say the hover boots are more useful in Water Temple than they are in the Shadow Temple.
Yeah, if it weren't for like one gap in Shadow Temple, that initial gap past the torches, you almost like wouldn't really care about the hovers in Shadow. Small key, small key, small key. I'm gonna love when Mirror Shield was on Baronade and I should have just committed, dude. It's this late in the sea where you start questioning all your decisions.
I'm sure it'll be fine. No way is it going to be in Baronade. Nothing valuable has ever been on Baronade. By the way, did you ever check the slingshot location?
The target in the woods, that's double defense
Target in the
if you
woods.
wanted it.
That's right, yeah. Nah, we're fine. I'm at 9
Yeah,
hearts.
that's one of those if you happen to be walking by. Also, I found my like 90th ice trap in a seed with 30 of them. Baronade is the boss of Jabu Jabu. Sure, let's just start reading chat. Why not? Yeah, it's a bit of a time commitment to take that check out. So I elected not to go for it because we did have quite a bit to catch up on. I just
really
got
quick,
destroyed by the boulder. Okay, you know what? Here's gonna be the strat. We're gonna come up here. We're gonna kill these idiots. We're just gonna wait for the boulder to come by.
I got hit by Phantom Ganon. Oh man.
Again, just putting them on for just a second, then taking them off. You can actually swim around with the iron boots on if you're holding Z and you start swimming around.
Alright, so there's Forest Temple done, so I've collected 5 medallions, Spike's on 5 medallions, so yeah, we're just hunting for that mirror shield. And in spirit, Spike, did you ever check the torch rooms in there?
I didn't have magic at the time, and I was there as an adult.
Yeah, so I think since
we know
I need to go there anyway. Yeah, I'll let me finish my thoughts, Spike.
Yeah, go for it.
Since I need to go there as a child anyway, I think I'll knock that out now and just double check and make sure we're not going to get burned by the fire locked locations.
Took me a second to process that one. So there's 2 items left in water. I have the boss key. Boss key was vanilla. Oh man, if this is horseback archery. We have all the items we need in order to beat all dungeons.
We do.
Like, it could be the thing. I want to believe we don't. Like, we don't need it, but...
Alright, I'm going to finish up a couple things I should have done a while ago. I'm gonna go check Frogs in the Rain. Spike, did you finish that up or
No, I have not been back to Child yet.
But the other 3 locations in the river have been checked.
Oh, the river, yeah. The river's nothing else. You don't gotta worry about it. I'll say, who in chat is rooting for it to be on horseback archery?
I don't think the GDQ staff will be. That will take some time to go through those dungeons.
That will take a little bit of time to go over there. Because that is truly a last location if Mirror Shield or Lights are over there.
Did you check the top of GTG?
I did. I knocked that out at least.
Okay. So we'll see. I'm feeling good about Frogs 2. Frogs 1 here. Frogs in the Rain.
Oh, here's something I can do real quick. GTG. Okay, so to note, Toilet does have an item in it.
Okay, that is something we can access.
Yeah, I realize we have access to this nice little handy-dandy screen in the pause menu, where you can pause and check like how much you've got, where your medallions and stones are and everything. So yeah, I've got 2 excess GTG keys. I had to spend 7 to get to the center of the maze, and there are at least 2 left over, and I had 2 still with me.
Whoa.
Yeah, it for sure could be on Shooting the Sun, which is an item we're basically going to be picking up after I kill Morpha. And 2 items left. Mirror Shield is in the Water Temple in Central Pillar.
Oh, baby. All right. Well,
Golly. Okay,
and
we've got a chance.
you said that as I got frozen from Frogs in the Rain. So yeah, now we're just going to go finish dungeons and hunt for those light arrows.
All right, so it's not go mode. You can call this no mode. You can call it glow mode. Although Wooden Barrel will think you're stupid if you call it glow mode. I call it glow mode.
Glow mode's fine. Light arrows glow.
All right, so we already have all the keys we need. I'll probably snag some of the quicker checks along the way here in Spirit, because there is the chance he's gonna give us a hint telling us your light arrows are locked away here, but he could tell us they're in a place where we don't actually have the item to get in there. Let me actually, this one's quick enough. I'm gonna go ahead and snag these with fire arrows. This will be 4 relatively quick checks.
Ah. Yeah, so now with that information, I'm just going to... Oh, where's this other keys? There it is.
Okay, those are bomb shoes. That means small keys 4 and 5 are on the torches and the mirror shield lock chest here. So that was good because that knocked out a couple other rooms that I could have gone into. Now it's just the 3 here at the top of Spirit. One of those could have our lights.
Okay, so that's an alternative way of taking care of the Stalfos. So if you break a Deku Stick, you can just hit him a bunch of times until he falls into the abyss. And then you don't have to worry about him anymore. That's intentionally what I was going for there, I promise.
Now you're just having a long shot there, but yeah, you can use long shot to skip over that entire room. If you have a hook shot, you should be doing what I was starting to do there in that room. Just shoot out the skull and go to the halfway point. Then you can kind of hold Z going up in the wall and never knock you off. Come on, lights. Nope.
I'm waiting for Gan to tell us, did you find my light arrows inside Jabu Jabu's belly?
I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad.
Alright, so I'll be trailing Spike for a little bit as I go get my mirror shield and then head into Spirit Temple. But I am going to get all the key information, and it should be pretty fast.
They can come over here and just do a nifty little backflip right there, and that'll hit the mirror up top, or hit the sun up top. Well, I found 2 heart containers up here in the top of Spirit. So that's kind of cool.
I got ahead of myself. I warped all the way to Spirit.
You were like,
oh, wait a minute, nope. Nope, only one person in this seed has, or in this cooperative, friendly competition, has the mirror shield. It's not me.
So there is one more item in Water Temple. So if he tells us water, it's the only thing we can run into. We don't know exactly where it is. Could have been on Dark Link, could have been on Dragon Statue Chest.
Did you take into account that the one I already said was barren?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I don't need any small keys in Water Temple, actually. It's pretty nice. So I just need to go over here, lower the water, go into the central pillar, and then I'm done. Until I have to come back.
With the crouch stab, you can just kind of wedge yourself in right here and get hit still every once in a while. I actually don't know why that hit me. Okay. On the last hit, Noboru in the Iron Knuckle outfit showing her dominance. And now we've got the Twin Robo fight. The Twin Robo fight is conceptually, I think, a really cool fight. In execution, I don't like this fight.
Hey, Spike, where are my small keys?
For Water Temple?
Oh, you already got them on there. Okay. Just double check and make sure you're keeping accurate notes.
Can't believe my partner doesn't trust me here. The biggest thing you can do here, and ooh, she didn't move, is that you can actually hook shot and keep them in place. And I'm gonna hold out till they're about to hit me, and then aim that shot again. They can actually, the fact that the red one, I don't know which one is which, didn't move. That was very good. Now the red one's gonna shoot again. I'm letting the blue one move a little bit. Okay, still got the third shot. At best, you can have one of them do 3 blasts in a row and never move. They can waste a lot of time here. That's 4. Sometimes they can give you a bonus blast, like after 4, they won't move to phase 2. So I do one more hook shot on the one that shot the last blast so that they're spinning, and that kind of breaks the possibility of that happening. Now I'm gonna store a power crouch stab, storing my jump slash damage. Jump. Now I'll have that for my crouch stabs later. And now I'll get the 3 ice attacks here. Once Twin Robo goes under half health, then it's random. It's a 50-50 which one she'll use. But when she's above that, she'll always use 3 of one, 3 of the other. Now I'm gonna stand on the platform, get in my crouch position, catch that, miss it at first. What? That's never happened before. All right, 4, 5, 6. I've never seen that before. We saved it because we stood up, but I've never seen that. It completely went underneath her.
Surely, never seeing anything before never has occurred in the history of GDQ.
GDQ. What was that, dude? I was like just slightly too far forward. Wow, that was crazy. I'm glad it worked out.
All right, so did you clear all of Spirit Temple, or do we have some locations left?
Well, Spirit is done. The last 2 locations are the regular torches and the single mirror shield check. And both of them have to be the other small keys.
Okay, very good.
I did, and I'm very genuine about it. I don't want to make people make it feel cheap. That we got there. Thankfully, we got bomb shoes in Spirit Temple, so I can check Ganon's castle. But
where were the bomb shoes? I'm out of bomb shoes, so I would.
Bomb shoes are in the big chest in the big room. So just fire arrows or Din's fire that, and you'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, you can grab another 10-pack of shoes.
Yeah, because I spent my last one doing the fancy strategy for Shadow Temple. So this is just to protect myself if that location is indeed required.
All right, Chad, get in your guesses. Is it Way of the Hero, Lake Hylia? We did find a strength there already, but could lights be out there? Could it be Jabu Jabu's belly? That would be terrible if you're voting for that. Even worse, Ganon's castle. That's the most locations, but half of them are locked by an item we don't have. The gold gauntlets. One item left in Water Temple, you can predict that.
Yeah. If you want to really ruin our day, you're looking for Gerudo's Fortress.
Gerudo's Fortress would just be terrible. I would straight up question. I'd be like, who vetted this seed? They're not in Gerudo's Fortress. If they say Gerudo's Fortress, I'm surprised. I'll just say surprised. No big Goron sword here, so we can't do as quick kills with these enemies. I pull back, try to charge up. Thankfully, they both wedged themselves in the corner, so shouts to the Dynalphos for the assist. And you saw right there we didn't have to do like Ganon's trials. That is another thing you can turn on and off. The standard settings is people don't play with them on. It's a lot to have to repeat each time. And it unfortunately kind of makes it to where every seed you almost have to 100% regardless, because then you'll need gold gauntlets, you'll need the hammer, you'll need the long shot. All right, are they in the validation chest? We will look at this one though. Gold gauntlets are in the validation chest.
Oh my gosh. Well, that answers that question.
Okay, so now that unlocked 9 locations for us, all very close by. I almost just want to go down and check them. All right, so this is pretty scary with Master Sword. I'm going to try. 1, 2, 3. Didn't even charge one of them. Do I have fairies? I have double...
Don't die on me, Spike. You made it so far.
Oh, we are trying to make this work. Oh, do we have anything? Oh, this is the strat, dude. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We have Nehru's Love. Let's go, dude. I haven't used Nehru's Love in like a year and a half. Let's go, dude. Who needs skill? We got luck.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to use my skill though, because I do not have Nehru's Love. You even have double defense, Spike. What's going on over there?
Oh yeah, dude. I took like 5 hits to the mouth. It was great. So yeah, we got Nehru's Love from Dompe's racing game forever ago, back at the beginning of the season. I was like, oh, that's cute. We'll never use it. Once every 200 seeds, you call upon them. Honestly, in co-op, well, you end up with less health, but I have double defense, so that I really shouldn't have to use it. With the power of friendship.
Alright, because Spike gave me all the key information, I can just bypass this fight room here. Go straight to the top. The powers of co-op.
Alright, and it is my castle. Okay.
Alright, enjoy the hunts while I finish up Spirit Temple here.
So, with the gold... if I didn't have gold gauntlets, I'd be like, oh no. But because we have the gold gauntlets, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first go to the light trial. That has 8 checks in it. And we'll work our ways around Spirit Trial to Forest to Water to ending up in Shadow. All right, chat. Pick a number between 1 and 15. Where do you think these light arrows are?
I kind of hope they're not gold gauntlets locked, so I don't have to go up there and climb the tower twice, but...
come back down.
We'll do it if we need to. This is about the last little bit of co-op information. Hey, we can... What?
Got a nice trap in chest 2. Will it be chest number 3? No? How about chest number 4? Ah!
So I just want to interrupt. That's how you're supposed to do an Iron Knuckle fight, as I took out Nobiru here. Oh man. Oh, we are now in Act 12. So, Spike, I'm sorry, but I get to take over. So, I'm sure, you know, the Big Goron Sword gonna be very useful for Spike. You know, I'm good enough at this game. I'm not gonna need the Big Goron Sword there, and you know, you can't hear Spike complaining to me about, hey, that's not fair. I can't talk. I can't respond. Well, I have the power now, and I use that power to miss a shot on Twin over here. So that's probably my karma, instant karma for making that joke. But how are you doing, Spike? Is it Gold Gauntlets locked? Okay. Yep. So he's checking number 9 right now, for those of you still guessing. It was not in the light trial. Okay, it wasn't 9. Is it 10? Okay, it's either in the forest, water, or shadow trials, so not too many locations left. And should be a free 1 cycle on Twin over here, and there we go. So that's 6 medallions for us, and we're gonna go follow Spike into Ganon's castle. And Spike, what check number are you on there?
I'm going into the water trial for 12 and 13.
Okay, he's going into the water trial for 12 and 13. Super fast checks, and we'll see if that's where we need to go. All right, Spike, you're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for check 12. Is it 12? Nope, the gold scale. All right. Surely it's 13. It's 13. Lucky number 13, everyone. It's right side water trial.
Right side water trial. Okay.
13, 13. Ding, 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 ding.
And I just finished up spirits. I'll be following you in there shortly.
Doing my second to last equip of the run. Putting on the Megaton Hammer and Empty Bottle and Light Arrows. So, the only reason why we need
Spike,
light arrows...
really quick. Let me interrupt real quick. Do you have any Deku Nuts?
I've got 40. I'm good.
All right. You know what to do. You know what must be done.
Oh, yeah. Do you have Deku Nuts?
I only have 11.
All right, that's enough. You only need 10.
We'll more on that later.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the light arrows on. We only need the light arrows to shoot 1 light arrow at Ganondorf to knock him down. Ideally 1. We'll see.
You said water trial right side, correct? Okay. You better not have lied to me. This better not be an ice trap over here. I'm in the Dynalphos room, man. And by anything, we mean anything. All right, Spike's muted again. I'm gonna give him real-time commentary without seeing it. Yeah, so he is doing normally you do a jump slash in there to beat the boss, but literally anything else in the game will deal the same amount of damage as a hookshot hit or a Deku Nut. So Spike's gonna throw 10 Deku Nuts on Ganon, defeat him with that phase 1, and then get on to, oh man, I'm taking a death to the Iron Knuckle. Yeah, so Spike, how are you doing here? Almost done?
I'm doing great.
Right.
Watching the cutscene.
Watching the cutscene.
Throw 10 nuts at Ganon. I'm gonna say because we can't say it on stream. I'm gonna nut on Ganon. Okay.
You're back.
Welcome back. All right, we've got 10 Deku Nuts. All right, we're gonna roll through, throw the Deku Nut. We're gonna roll through, roll back through, throw the Deku Nut. But yeah, if you did a Master Sword jump slash going into this, then you could actually do a hit with a crouch stab with either the Megaton Hammer or the big Goron Sword, and that'll work. I'm showing this as if you've got nothing else to do, or you just want the easiest strategy ever, throw Deku Nuts.
Alright, I'm entering my Ganondorf fight, so I'm gonna have to do twice as many crouch stabs on him to one-cycle him. And I'm gonna put a disclaimer, I'm not super used to N64 lag here, so I may fail it, we'll see, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. So,
the only enemy in the entire game that takes damage from a Deku Nut is Ganon. So now with the Master Sword, we're going to come in and kill him a lot faster there. Normally it would take 3 crouch stabs with the other weapons. But again, it has to be from the Master Sword. For plot reasons, the Master Sword does 4 times the damage of anything else.
Okay, we got the one cycle on Ganondorf. Whew.
Nice, I didn't get it with the big Goron Sword.
I think the nuts are really cool, but I think I'm going to demonstrate just the difference.
Show the crouch
I'll show
stab.
the difference. So we're storing a crouch stab in there, and that's going to persist through the fight. Very important. I don't want to do anything but a crouch stab beyond this point. That'd be really bad, as in it will get rid of that stored crouch slash value. But say you're almost done, Spike. Should be getting ready on time.
Time for me. Yeah.
So this whole time with this final Ganon cutscene, Link releases or comes or pulls back in astonishment, like, what the heck is this pig? Oh my gosh, it's so horrible. I didn't really notice what he was actually reacting to until I started playing on console recently, and that's just the sheer number of frames that you do not get in this final Ganon fight. Boy, it's, I swear, chugging at like 4 or 5 FPS at some points. It is not great. Yeah, so we just go through,
right,
bait out
everyone.
attack.
I did win the race, the big comeback. I gambled on water and it worked.
Okay, we gotta hit him. That's 1, 2 more. There's 2. And if I could get it, come on, where's your tail? There's 3, okay. And that's like the difference that crouch stab storing makes on this fight. It's pretty ridiculous and something you want to do. If I had no Deku Nuts, I'd have to do 10 hammer stabs in order to take him out. Or you could actually use the hook shot. I mean, you could damage the tail with the hook shot. It's pretty incredible that you could just use anything. Oh, got stuck on his toe. It's fine. There's 3. 4, 1 more hit. not going to give it to me. There we go, and he's down. So time's coming up very soon. Just as soon as we watch this very long cutscene. Good job, Zelda, you did it.
Did I win? Yes. I won the co-op.
You won the co-op. Yes, that's right. Good job. All right. Here we go, and time.
GG.
GG. So what was our final time for both of us?
It's looking like it was a very low 254, just looking at the restream right there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, you know what that means, Spike? We weren't underestimate. Good job.
Yeah, we are allowed back at GDQs. We had all of our practice seats were falling anywhere between like 220 and 250, so this was definitely on the higher end. Few mental lapses by us, but yeah, definitely was a lot of fun. Again, shout outs to GDQ and here the CRDQ, Corona Relief Done Quick. Obviously, all of these donations, guys, going to a very, very good cause. Everything going on right now. There's a lot of great event to go, including Dark Souls coming up next by Catalyst. Should be a ton of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that run. Can't wait to watch. Not gonna lie, it's gonna feel good to relax a little bit after this pretty rude scene. I mean, we've made it kind of rude to ourselves, but...
Yeah, this was definitely a tough one with... It was the Iron Boots were just pretty late. Probably the toughest part about the scene was the Song of Storms. Being in its location at the end of Ice Cavern to go back to all
Song
those
of Storms locked
locations to
3
items.
Go Mode items, which is pretty incredible. We had the magic and the hover boots in bottom of the well. The iron boots, so both boots were locked, which led to the mirror shield. And that's the one location in Water Temple that's actually locked by the iron boots. You can get to everything else without the iron boots and having 2 skills.
Yeah, we flat out needed it. Could have potentially done with gold scale,
I think that's
anyways.
it for us.
Yep. So, all right, guys. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Yep. This was a ton of fun. GDQ, thanks for accepting our run, putting us on. And, yeah, big shout-outs to Catalyst coming up. See you guys. Bye-bye.
All right, GG's, and thank you so much to Phant and spikevegeta for that absolutely amazing Ocarina of Time randomizer run. They made it through the entire 12 acts of that play in order to triumph over the true final boss, the internet itself. I think we can all agree that was quite an experience, and I'm glad I was here for it. So those just joining us, like Spike said, this is Corona Relief Done Quick, raising money for direct relief. Coming up next, you want to stick around because we've got Dark Souls, all bosses with Catalyst, firing up here in just a bit. We're getting that set up ready for you, but in the meantime, I'm going to shoot a few of your donations here because that's what I'm here for, to make sure all your donations get read back in the most pleasant way possible. You got $10 from Lightning Venus. Hey, listen! Had to donate during one of my all-time favorite games. I'm glad to see the speedrunning community come together once again for such a great cause. Let's keep helping the champions on the front lines get what they need to stop COVID Ganon. Good luck to all the runners. We have $100 from Jedi Healer. As an ER nurse, I can't thank GDQ enough for putting this together so fast. Any help, small or big, means the world to us. We have $1,000 from Anonymous, who has nothing to say, but Anonymous, we thank you so much for your generosity. We really do. We have $25 from Mellors. I'm a nurse practitioner working in a nursing home. Things are rough at work right now, so I'm extremely grateful to GDQ and the runners for providing some lighthearted fun this evening. And for such a good cause, too. Thanks for all you do. You're all heroes, too. We have $50 for Nifty Chris. Massive thank you to GDQ and all of the runners and staff for some amazing entertainment to enjoy over the weekend while we're all stuck at home. I can donate for a Sunshine Glitch exhibition. Here's 50 for that. That is, of course, referring to the Super Mario Sunshine Glitch exhibition, which is going to be on Sunday. That is a $15,000 donation incentive we would very much like to see reached. And at the moment, it is sitting at $2,143 of $15,000. That one's been really moving along, but it's still got a ways to go. Speaking of moving along, we passed $75,000 total for this event. And it's only been about 10 hours. This is amazing. Every time I sit down and keep an eye on this tracker and do this thing at the microphone, I am always floored just by how amazingly generous all y'all out there are. Like, from the bottom of our hearts, seriously, thank you so much for your generosity. It's going to a wonderful cause. But unfortunately for me, this is going to be where I say goodnight. Time has come for me to hand it off, but don't worry, this is going to be a very smooth transition because the one
everyone, welcome back to Corona Relief Done Quick. My name is Smooth Operative, and I will be taking over hosting for a few hours, starting with this next run, one of my favorites, Dark Souls by Catalyst. And if you are just tuning in, the CRDQ Marathon is benefiting Direct Relief, and Direct Relief is a humanitarian aid organization active in all 50 states and more than 80 countries with a mission to improve the health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics, religion, or ability to pay. Now, about the COVID-19 coronavirus response specifically, Direct Relief's efforts are focused on the personal protective equipment for individuals, that being things like masks, gowns, gloves, etc., that are most needed across the world. And in addition to providing PPE, Direct Relief is supporting U.S. community clinics and health centers with chronic disease medications to make sure that people living with these conditions do not go into acute crisis as a result of the surge of people needing medical care due to COVID-19. So Direct Relief is ramping up efforts to provide the needed prescription medicines and medical resources needed for the most severe cases of COVID that require hospitalization and ICU care. You can learn more about the Direct Relief's ongoing efforts related to COVID-19 at directrelief.org. So thank you so much to everyone who has donated already, and get those donations in. We're still going all week.